Who the hell is Greg? Do you see that, chat? Holy shit. Pokey said it's bigger than black and white. Can we say it now without it being a self-report? I don't think I'm the guy who can tell you it's cool. That ain't me, man. You know what? You have permission. Yo, what's up, Drip? How's it going, boys? When are we getting Ludlock 2? Fuck, you mean like Ludlock 19? Soon. I'm not drinking alcohol. It's tea. Jasmine tea. It does look like a beer with some head on it, but that's just like froth and froth. Tea. I'm a tea drinker nowadays. Cap. Why would I lie about drinking? I did a shoey on stream last week. All of a sudden, I'm a little too shy and coquettish. Don't think so. All right, I fixed donations, by the way. They're no longer capped at $1. We're not doing a pay the mod Thursdays this week, but you guys can still donate to the mods if you want. Like you could any day. SRD, I made you guys 15K last week and tortured myself. 15K! You're good for one. 5 candy. I'm actually at 6. Sorry. SAP VOD 1. I recorded it. I uploaded it. I'll probably make it live after the stream. I don't think this will be an extraordinarily long stream. I think it'll be about 3 hours or so. Wrap up around like 8:20. 8:29. Yeah, I got it. I got some juicy wins too. Please get to the drama. My mom wants me to go to bed by 9. Are these the people who are into drama? Are these the drama frogs that I'm talking to? People have to go to bed by 9? Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is not a clickbait picture. This real shit. This is the Gideon special, I think. Getting into beef with a YouTuber because he's a dumbass and then making amends to the YouTuber and making content out of it. It's actually a superpower. It's similar to Mizkiff. Similar energy. No, it's not. Pokey and Gideon making up is the Drake and Kanye beef. It's so true, dude. Because Pokey has shooters the same way. The same type of shooters, you know, like Drake. I don't want to know who Kim K is in this scenario. Maybe Twitch.tv. I don't know why we're listening to Pokemon Cynthia's theme. We can chill with that shit. What happened to Ninja? Nothing. He just looks like a clown. Plays like Fortnite. That's not a donut. It's a salmon bagel. I didn't have a time to eat before stream. I was busy, bro. Fucking mean, ew. Grow up. Ew, smoked salmon. Grow up, you children. It's delicious. It's also incredibly healthy, high protein. Oh my god, gross. You guys are capping. Bagel with cream cheese and salmon is just like it's a goated combo. Y'all probably just want like chicken nuggies. Chicken nuggies are bust for you children. Salmon is yummers. Auto spoken. Hey, the legend has spoken. Yeah, I'll pull it. I'll pull it to do a little clown detection. Fuck, I keep spamming the pull button. Is smoked salmon good? Yes, no. Hold up, my mom texted me. Has to be an East Coast thing, like beans for Brits. No, salmon is a worldwide thing. Nordic people, all right? Asian, American, it transcends coasts. It's one of like the most wildly eaten foods. Australians? Who the fuck's not eating salmon? Text my mother. Make sure to reply to your mothers when they reach out. All right, anyway, today, boys, I figured we'd get a little spicy with it, you know? I thought we'd get a little crazy with it. I saw this picture on Twitter from Gideon, and it said, ask me and Pokey questions. Presumably, Gideon and Pokey are going to do some content together that Gideon will post on a channel somewhere. And then Pokey replied, it's bigger than black and white. Yeah. Real shit. This is a real trap shit here. I didn't want to... People were like, make a mogul mail video. And do what? Look at a picture and theorize for 8 minutes? So we see that Pokey and Gideon are together. What does it mean? There's not a mogul mail. But what it did make me think about is the dozens and dozens of canceled YouTubers. Right? Because it feels like every other month, some YouTuber comes under fire and has an entire mob of people attack them. Maybe rightfully, maybe wrongfully. That's not what we're trying to focus on today. What I'm trying to focus on is what happens after. After the entire mob has burned down the village and the YouTuber is left lying on the ground, what happens? What do? Do they leave YouTube? Does their channel die off? Are they still there and the #1 YouTuber in the world and their name's PewDiePie? I don't know. It depends. Different things have happened to different people. So I have a list of about 20 or so YouTubers. We might not go through all of them. But I have a list of what they did, their apology video, and then what they're doing now. And I also kind of want to take a look at their stats. Let's take a look at the numbers, right? Because a lot of this is going to be subjective feelings. And look, again, I'm not trying to be the guy who's like, this is what should happen to them. I'm exposing them. Or they should be bigger. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I don't give a fuck. That's not me. I'm not an arbiter of justice. But I'm more so curious. Because I, like you guys, am a simple drama frog. Drama comes along, and I say, sip on my tea and enjoy the drama. But what happens 10 months down the road? Life continues. The world keeps spinning. Not just for us, but for these canceled people. And they still have, for the most part, their platforms. So I'm going to take a look through all of these. Take a look at their apology. Take a look at their most recent video. Take a look at the stats before and after. See if maybe they've grown. Maybe they've fallen off. Who knows? Before we jump in this, boys, this is especially important for you guys, the live frogs, okay? And it'll also matter for the VOD YouTube frogs later. But my goal, again, I don't want any of these people being attacked. I don't know if maybe you guys didn't know they were posting videos. I mean, all these people are getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. It's not really like I'm airing out any closed behind door secret. These guys are all posting on their own channel. But I don't care. I don't care to like attack these people and be like, Ludwig says that you should still be gone. No, that's not the goal of this. Does that make sense? You should be a simple drama frog with your bowl of popcorn and eating your popcorn and being like, huh, interesting. And maybe at the end of this all, it'll change some of you. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll change some of you. Because, look, there has been drama in the past that has even brought me to take action. Sometimes it happens. All right? Clearly, we saw in the Gideon Pokey thing that several thousands of people took action there. Had like a trending tweet from Gideon. And I've done it before, too. I remember vividly the first juicy drama in 2014 or 15, I think. I was in college. Where I was like, I have to do something about this. We have to take up arms. And it started with a motherfucker named Keemstar. Yeah. You guys might remember this. If you don't, I'll give you a quick recap. But about 6-7 years ago, Keemstar posted this video about this old man who was theoretically a pedophile. And his agents of harm found out and uncovered his dirty little secrets. But it turned out that this was just an old grandfather who really liked playing RuneScape, and his viewers boomed him. The guy posted videos of him crying. It was a fucking terrible thing. And after that, the internet caught wind, and it was a whole reversal. Everybody started shitting on Keemstar, and I still, to this day, follow that guy on Twitch, and I see him go live. And it made me go out of my way to find this guy's stream. Not only find it, but sometimes watch it. His name, he's live right now, RS Glory and Gold. Are you kidding me?
Gonna need a double stuffed Oreo waffle cone too.
I don't need a double.
Order up. Sonic double stuffed Oreo waffle cone and blast. So.
His name is RS Glory in Gold and has since created a really cute community of people who play RuneScape. I am a mild RuneScape enjoyer, but before we look at all these things that have created hate raids in the past and drama and all that, what if we real quick, fellas, do a love raid? So, boys, if you haven't, do me a favor. Double check to see if you have a Twitch Prime available. Look, it's easy. All you gotta do is click on the subscribe button and see if it says subscribe free in purple. If you hit that little checkbox, then it'll say subscribe free in big old letters. And all of a sudden, this sweet guy who likes playing RuneScape every day will get a shit ton of primes.
Bubbles0992 just subscribe.
Here's the fact of the matter. I cannot receive primes, and I used to get 20,000 primes every month. So I know there's at least 1,000 you guys sitting down right now who have a prime ready to rock.
Ludwig,
so rock it.
Thank you so much, Ludwig. Hell yeah. You big stud. Look at that. It's going crazy. Yeah, we have 700 viewers.
Ooh, a nice little Ludwig room.
Yeah.
Wow.
Craze, you can do this without me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Damn, new RuneScape looks wild. I've never seen RuneScape. Was it free?
If you just tallied.
Yeah, I did. Oh my God, look at that. Yeah.
Who's got a
Thank
primer,
you guys
boys?
so much. Thank you guys so much.
Got a prime,
Over
use a
1,000
prime.
viewers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and look how many follows and look how many
Don't be cringe. Use those primes on
prime
cooldown.
subs and oh my God. What a wonderful bunch of people, man.
Nice.
That is unbelievable.
If you've already used it,
It's
thank
going
you.
so fast I can't keep track of it.
Thank you for
Ludwig,
using your
you
prime.
are the man. Ludwig, I love you. Hell yeah.
Woo!
Ludwig, we love you. Hell yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Yahoo!
Dude, that dude been
Ludwig, we
yahooing for a
love you.
decade.
Hell yeah. Damn, I never seen nothing like this before. Do you guys see that? Damn!
Second.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn!
Like 1,200.
What a wholesome
But
reaction.
Still going up.
Yeah, it's got 1,500 people in it right now.
That's crazy. Hey,
Ludwig, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Ludwig. Oh, God damn, thank you so much.
let's go, baby.
You people are wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, wow. This is like the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you, God, thank you. Hell yeah. Man, oh man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hell
Wholesome
yeah.
start to the stream, fellas. Thank you, boys, for all subbing. I appreciate it. Make
I
sure
don't
you
know how I
don't
could ever say thank you enough.
don't fall into the hype too much.
Ludwig.
In,
Yes.
in raw tier 1 or
Ludwig.
gift subs, I want you guys to make sure you got your money, your bread, right? But if you got a prime, it's
Ludwig,
literally
we love
just an
you.
attachment.
Hell yeah. You are the man. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Hey, Ludwig the man here, how's everybody doing? So that's a wholesome version. And I remember that guy really vividly from way before I was a content creator and all the beef he got into with Keemstar. And it made me follow his story. But Keemstar obviously is still here. He's still around, right? He's still kicking. But what happened to all the other canceled YouTubers? What happened to people like James Charles, Caterino, Shane Dawson? What happened to these YouTubers who got into huge scandals, and where are they now? What are they doing now? And that's what we're going to find out today. Boys, looking through these canceled YouTubers, seeing how they're doing, if they're still creating, and what's going on. Again, the only action I ever want to take is from a love raid, not a hate raid. I have a list of 20 or so people, so you don't need to suggest names. I do got it all. Some of them I don't feel like are worth talking about. Some are like so obviously, you know, taken care of that it's not that worth mentioning. But we're going to go through a lot. We're going to go through a lot. Like, we don't need to talk about Dream. I think enough people have talked about Dream and whether or not Dream should be around or whatever. Like, that's been discussed 100 times. I don't feel the need to do that. You know what I mean? We're good. What we found out, Dream is still wildly successful. In fact, probably bigger than ever before. So let's get to it, boys. Let's get to it. Let's take a look at these people. Starting with David Dobrik. Now we're going to do each of these in a few parts. One, we're going to say what they did. Just try to, you know, pick apart what they did. Two, we're going to take a look at the apology video. We might not watch them all the way through because it might be kind of fucking boring. And then three, we're going to see what they're up to now. Sound good? So starting with this guy named David Dobrik, who is a wildly huge YouTuber. He has almost 20 million subscribers. But not too long ago in 2021, I think there was a huge shitstorm because he, like, covered up that one of his friends sexually assaulted someone. He also became, like, super reckless and, like, hurt his friend Jeff Wittick. There was a bunch of shit that all came out at once. And people are like, oh, David Dobrik is a psychopath. And what happened is in the month of March, he lost 300,000 subscribers. Then the next month, 100,000. Then the next month, 100,000. And then it balanced out. And he didn't really upload. But he just came back a couple of months ago. What's interesting is he hasn't gained any subscribers. Is he losing subscribers at the same rate he is gaining subscribers? That's crazy. It's almost like exactly even. He just hasn't lost or gained subscribers. Who is this guy? He's a vlogger. He's a YouTuber. He was hot shit. Any girl in high school or college or guy was watching him 3 years ago. Huge Vine star. And yeah, so that was what happened. He posted an apology video, and the apology video sucked. So then he doubled down and posted another one. Here it is.
1:45 in the morning, and I'm finally by myself.
17 million views.
Which I know doesn't sound that crazy to be by yourself at 1:45 in the morning, but this week's been pretty hectic, and there have been a lot of people around telling me what to do, giving me advice, trying to help me, most importantly, and that was a lot, and now I just want to be able to do this and just shoot straight into the camera and just talk to you guys. I've put myself in a lot of situations.
I love a jump cut right after it. Not to say that the jump cut changes much, but saying I'm a straight shooter. So anyway, yesterday, that's all right. That's all right.
Where I've needed to apologize for my past actions, and I've never done this correctly, and I've never done this respectfully, and my last video is a testament to that. I don't want to.
His last video is another failed apology.
That video. I just want to be clear. What this video isn't going to be is it's not going to be me discrediting Trisha, Kat, or any other woman involved. I'm going to be using words that may trigger some survivors, and that's just so I don't explain anything vaguely. And I can
preamble
explain every situation.
Get to the meat of it, though. You know what I mean?
I want to start this video off by saying I fully believe the woman who came out against Dom and said she was assaulted by him. As was reported, the next day I got consent to post the video. Even though I got the consent to post that video, I should.
So what he's talking about, if you guys don't know, is he had a guy in his group of vloggers, and his name was Dirty Dom, and Dirty Dom was accused of sexual assault, and he says he believes the guy. But the same night that she was sexually assaulted, he was also filming a vlog bit with Dirty Dom, and I think introduced them to each other.
Should have never posted it. And what I understand now, and I didn't understand before, is that she sent that text because she felt like she had to, not because she wanted to. And that's fucked up. And I'm sorry. When she later reached out a couple months later to take the video down,
not Dirty Dan,
I
that's
immediately took it
fucking
down. And
SpongeBob.
I want to apologize to her and her friends for ever putting them in an environment that I enabled that made them feel like their safety and values were compromised. I'm so sorry. I was completely disconnected from the fact that when people were invited to film videos with us, especially videos that were
This
live.
is a wildly well-received apology video, I feel like. 820,000 likes and 209,000 dislikes. By the way, I have an extension that re-adds dislikes. Let me see what it's called. If you guys haven't gotten on this train yet, it's actually a bit goated with the sauce, dare I say. Fuck, what is it called? I literally don't know what to expect at the end of the situation. Shit's crazy. That's like what you write when you didn't listen to what someone said. Shit's crazy, bro. Fuck, shit's wild, bro. End of the day, shit's wild. But anyway, I think what came of this is that David Dobrik stopped posting for a while, like 3 months, and then came back. And if you're looking at all the videos on the comeback, guy's doing pretty good. I mean, 11, 10, 8, 10, 11, 10 million. It's about 10 million views every single video. And if you look before, there's certainly a drop-off. Like, it's not negotiable. Before, it was like 20, 30 million views a video. So, I mean, like, yikes. Imagine only getting 10 million views a video, fellas. Ooh, tough. That'd be so cringe. Am I right? He stopped posting due to COVID? No, I'm not talking about that break. There's very clearly a 3-month break in between the apology and then the video coming back. Which maybe you could also say is COVID related, but they do line up coincidentally. So it seems like he lost about, like, you know, 10 million average views, but still really out here busting down as a YouTuber. I think quite up there in kicking. So I think it's safe to say we can stamp this one. What happened from the cancellation? He lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers. What actually happened, though? Nothing at all. Literally nothing. In fact, he had his biggest month ever this December. It was the most views he has ever gotten in a month, and it happened this past month. So nothing happened. Didn't really lose anything. The cancellation, the mob, didn't really change anything. I think it was a lot of filler. That's fake. He unprivated videos. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that's a fair point. But still, looking at the video views, he's doing about as good as ever. Let's take a look at the next person. This one is wild. This one, I don't know if this one hit me. I guess that didn't really hit me close. It shocked me, though. This dude, Gus Johnson. People are saying that David Dobrik also lost sponsors, and you're right about that. He did lose sponsors for a brief period, but he also immediately got a show with the Discovery Channel. So I don't think he's doing bad. Like, he literally has a show with the Discovery Channel, which is like a huge A-list media group. So I don't think there's any effects, not only like for view-wise, but also like with actual brands. What happened to Gus? Gus Johnson, it's hard to put in words. It's actually a really difficult video to watch, and it's worth watching. I'm not going to watch it here because, honestly, it's so incredibly hard to watch. But it's from his ex-girlfriend, Abelina. Hopefully I'm not saying that terribly. Sabrina. And it basically talks about how she dealt with months or years of just like mental abuse and unsupportiveness from Gus Johnson. I'm not going to watch it on stream. I'm pretty set on that decision, but you guys can all feel free to watch it. And then pretty much in it, she talks about how like she got pregnant and it was a baby that was being formed like in her fallopian tube. I'm sorry. I don't know a lot about women. I don't know a lot about how babies are born, so excuse me for paraphrasing, but the baby is supposed to... Let's talk about fetuses, fellas. So it's... What it is when a man loves a woman, and so you get a baby, and I stand with women. The baby basically was born in a place, being formed in a place it shouldn't, and it was bad, and it was life-threatening. That's all you need to know. As far as the specifics, it's over my head. Basically, that's all you need to know, is it was a baby, born in wrong place, life-threatening, need surgery to save your life. And she did this surgery. And she was like, yo, Gus Johnson, father of the baby, can you come with me? And he said, and this is no cap, he said, I kind of plan drinks with the fellas. Fuck. Dude, the surgery's today? No, not the day that I was supposed to do drinks with the fellas. Oh, this sucks. Hey, but I'll tell him you wish him well. and that's a small, minute point on an entire history of Gus doing fucked shit to his girlfriend at the time. And then after it came out, his own friends, and this is always the tell for me as a human who like watches the drama with popcorn, I always think to myself, what do the friends feel about it? You know what I mean? I feel like that's the best judge of character is how your friends act after. And obviously sometimes friends will ride and die too hard. But if they're like, fuck them, then it's like, I'm always like, interesting. And he immediately got cut off by people he's really close to, like Eddie. And he took like a month off from creating content, and then he made this video, which might be the most tasteless video I've ever seen in my life. It's called The Kid in Gym Class Who Always Got an Ice Pack. Bear in mind, he posted this after her story comes out about how she had to deal with a bunch of mental abuse and physical trauma from this baby.
Mr. Thompson, I need an ice pack. Yeah, it's a bad one. It's a bad one. Thank you. Oh, I really needed that, yeah. Ah, crap. This is gonna frick up my after-school football for at least a month. Come on, you guys. Stop that. Oh, stop them. Hey, Brady, I see you're arriving late to gym class, so in case you're wondering why I'm standing off to the side over here.
This is before he did an apology. No apology had been made anywhere. It was just kind of like an admission on Twitter that he has seen everything. That was it. But there was no like apology video. He just dropped this, which is crazy.
It's because you probably don't want to look. Get the ball. Oh, what I would not give to be able-bodied right now. Trevor, come here real quick. Can you Google, are welts permanent? Mr. Thompson? Mr. Thompson, is this the worst injury you've seen as a teacher? I bet it is. I bet it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Even alone, ignoring how it's not funny. It's crazy how either tone deaf or intentionally malicious this video was. And then he follows up with an apology that just came out a couple weeks ago.
Hi everyone, I'm sorry I didn't make this video sooner. I stepped away from social media for the last 3 months to really reevaluate everything that's going on in my life right now.
Okay, I'm just saying you didn't step away for 3 months. You did post this video in that time. I stepped away from social media for 3 months. Obviously, I came back for one video, one hit, knocked it out of the park, fucking banger per usual. But outside of that, I was really focusing on myself the entire time.
And I'm here to talk to you today about everything that's been happening. A few months ago, my ex-girlfriend posted a video that talked about a very difficult and painful experience that we went through in a relationship together over 3 years ago. It dealt with an
I'm laughing that he's saying we went through. I can just imagine him at the bar with the boys like, fellas, this was tough for us. Yeah, she's going through all this shit. It's hard on both of us. She's at the hospital right now, but it's hard on both of us. Another one, keep.
expected pregnancy that turned out to be a topic and the subsequent long recovery process that followed. And I just want to talk to you about that time today. I think that during that time I was so close to the situation that I was not able to fully realize and understand the pain that my partner was going through. And I was not able to fully understand the impact that I had on that situation.
It's like when you write an email and you rewrite it so many times that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe there's a typo. Except in this scale, it's abusive towards another human. But I hate when I do that with emails.
I think that I was so caught up in my own overwhelming fear of what was going on that it made it difficult for me to see through that, to really connect with and understand her sense of fear. As the medical situation continued to last for many months with no end in sight, there were just times that I just said some stupid stuff and some things that just caused my partner additional hurt. And I think that
You're still sick, you dumb bitch. That's crazy. Still in the hospital? God damn it. It's every day with that shit.
I said these things to inflate my own sense of righteousness because I felt so drained from the situation and I was so afraid of what was to come and there didn't seem like there was any end in sight. And I think I'd gotten to the point where I had convinced myself that I was doing everything that I could do and that I was saying everything that I should say. And I thought that
Okay, doing everything I could do is crazy. fellas, if you're ever in a relationship, this goes for women, this goes for anyone. The easiest T-ball of your relationship will be carrying or bringing your partner to the hospital. That's a layup. That's a pop fly. They're like, oh, I don't feel well. I have to go to the hospital. That's like the freest of all time. You don't even got to like worry about the flowers and shit. You just show up and they're like, thanks for being there. That means a lot. And you're like, yep. And it's easy. It's very simple. It's easier than picking a place to eat dinner with your partner because you're like, you just go to the closest hospital. Picking dinner is harder because you're like, oh, where do we fucking go? And you have to make decisions. This one's it's a gimme. It's an absolute gimme. Sometimes I throw a little rat poison in Cutie's food when she's not feeling good. I'm like, give me this. I'm kidding.
I was doing everything right. And it became frustrating and I felt so defeated, and it took me a while to realize that I was actively making the situation worse and adding additional hurt, and that's realization has just left me feeling so foolish and ashamed. This medical situation happened over 3 years ago, and we continued to date for a few more years after that happened. And during those few years, we talked about this medical time a lot, and we sought couples therapy together and individual therapy, and this was discussed at length. And I think that it just took me a while to really realize my shortcomings during this time and the impact that I'd had on my partner in this terrible period, and how my words and actions made the situation worse. And that was something that was hard to realize, and just made me feel very foolish and remorseful for my behavior at certain periods during that time. One thing that's been made clear to me...
Was this posted after? There's no way, right? There's no way this was posted after. Like after her video is what I mean. It was after she posted her video, he posted this? I don't think the therapy worked. I don't think it worked. I don't think he remembered how his words hurt and stuff.
Is that I have a tendency to just kind of shut down.
Hold up, let's find out. This was posted 3 months ago. The exact date of which, how do you find it? Do you hover? How do you find the exact day? They didn't go to therapy. He lied. Look at her Twitter. I'm laughing because I went to her Twitter and the first shoe picture she posted is funny. You can't get the exact day. I see. Show us the shoe. All right, bet. I mean, it is funny. It's a comical pair of shoes.
And shut off and shut out during times of crisis. I think that when stuff goes wrong, I historically, I've just been somebody that thinks, all right, well, I'm gonna grab the wheel. I'll take care of this. I'll get in. I'll make the decisions and I'll help everybody. I'll get everyone out of this situation. And I've just realized over the last few years, especially, that is not a very positive way to tackle every situation. And
nor positive. Yeah, this is sorry Gus, I can't accept your apology right now. I'm out having dinner and drinking with some friends. I'm dying and need to go to the hospital. I'm going to Applebee's with the boys for half-priced apps. Dude, in his defense, the microwaved half-price appetizers from Applebee's are worth it. They're so worth it. My ex-girlfriend talked about a very difficult and painful experience that she went through, that we went through together. So close, yet so far. Seeing a dating coach about being polyamorous is not exactly the same as seeing a licensed therapist to work through PTSD, but pop off. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. They're kind of lighting them up in the comments, bro. That's a tough comment section. It's a minefield here. Look at the comments on the ice pack video. I would give you a ride to the ER, but I've got to grab some drinks with the gang. Best of luck, though. This is the exact type of, dude, what the hell is wrong with you behavior that would be roasted on the podcast if some other comedian did it. Oh, and like on a podcast he does? This feels like a completely different person than the Gus I watched 5 months ago. You know what hurts people? When you say you've changed. You've changed, bro. Hey, fellas, anyone miss the old Gus? He was so much chiller when we had Applebee's hanging out together. Regardless of all of this, this is what he's doing. This is what happened. But I'm gonna make the call right now. I don't think this will be the same situation as David Dobrik because all of his friends ditched him, to my understanding. And I think a lot of his content was based around his friends, like in creating content together. And if you don't have that, and that's what your content's based around, you're not going to go back to where you were before. I'll give an example that some of you guys might be thinking about, but that I think paints it pretty clear is like Carson. Yeah, someone just said it in chat. Like Carson. A lot of Carson's content, most of Carson's content was based around like group calls with his friends. After what happened, pretty much all of his friends were like, nah, don't fuck with you no more. And it is like, it's night and day. It's night and day, the content before and after, and then the following before and after. I imagine we're going to have similar things. I think the same thing's going to happen here. David's friends did not ditch him. I know. That's why David Dobrik still gets 10 million views of videos. But imagine if David Dobrik's friends did. And he didn't have the vlog squad, and every vlog was just David Dobrik, like with strangers, where he does a thing where he's pointing the camera, laughing maniacally at like strangers. It'd be cringe. It'd be terrible. His whole entire content is pointing the camera to his friends. He'd be fucked if he didn't have his friends. But anyway, that's what I imagine will come from this. That's what I'm imagining. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this beautiful website that puts every human into a grade. It's not going great. He had his best month ever in August 2020. Everything was going great, and then I think it came out around October, and then has not had a month where he has gained subscribers since October, which was 4 months ago, and is at an all-time low in video views. 2.4 million views in the month of December. See, I think this if we stamped the nothing change to David Dobrik, we can safely stamp an L on this one. I will say I think the cancellation. Successful. The group of people who, and I think it mostly comes down to the viewers just changing their mind on how they think of their creator. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. You 20,000 people in here are the people that watch me. If a million other humans are like, we fucking hate Ludwig, he's terrible for doing this XYZ. It doesn't matter if they all think that, if the 20,000 of you show up every day. But if you guys change your opinions on me based off what you've already formed from watching me in the past, then that's where it's like, ooh, I'm fucked territory. That's where it's like, GG, no re. You know? It's the people that watch you, not the outside people, because the outside people is just kind of noise. And I'll give you an example of outside noise making a cancellation seem bigger than it is. James Charles. We all know about James Charles. He is the beauty YouTuber, and he was accused of sexting minors and flirting with them and yada 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 yada. and he had what is probably the largest single day loss of subscribers ever in like the history of YouTube. He lost like 1 million subscribers in a day. Look at this. In the month of April, he gained 1 million subscribers. In the month of May, he lost 1.2 million. And then he bounced back, and then it kind of happened again. And now it seems like it's flatlined a bit. He's at like a constant rate. I'm not actually someone who's followed this enough, so I'm just gonna jump right into the apology video because I'm curious.
Hello everyone, James Charles here.
This was re-uploaded. James Charles apology, except every time he lies, the speed increases by 1%. All right, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby.
And today I'm going to be making a very important video about a very important...
Bro, you on mouse-o mode.
Don't want to wait. Hello everyone, James Charles here, and today I'm going to be making a very important video about a very important topic. As many of you guys know, about 2 years ago now, I was involved with a very public online scandal in which some fellow YouTubers made some very serious accusations against me, and within the past couple of weeks, similar accusations are being made again, and I think it's very important that I get on camera and talk to you guys honestly about what is going on. When this first happened 2 years ago, I uploaded a video to my channel called No More Lies, and that video was a very planned video. It focused on receipts and screenshots and defending myself in the situation, but I want you guys to know that this video that I'm going to be making today is going to be nothing like No More Lies. This is not exactly planned. I don't have a script. I will let you guys know that I do have just some notes in front of me of points that I want to make because this is a very, very serious topic, but today's video is going to be from the heart, and I'm going to focus on what happened, the conclusions that I've come to, and most importantly, holding myself accountable for my own actions. First and foremost, I need to say sorry.
How have there been 7 lies? I haven't even been focusing. How have there been 7 already?
A massive apology to anybody.
I've been looking for the JoJo's guy the whole time.
That I've hurt or anybody that I've made uncomfortable with my actions. And I also want to say I'm sorry to my friends, family, and fans that have to watch another one of these videos because
they're counting. They're counting every time he says I'm sorry as a lie.
You shouldn't have to, and this is really, really embarrassing. When this all started online a few weeks ago, it sparked a large conversation, and many people have shared their thoughts and opinions, and I want to take some time to address literally everything.
I hope at the end, when it gets fast enough, it just goes into the Alvin and the Chipmunk song.
Video, but before doing that, I want to make it really, really clear that I fully understand my actions and how they are wrong. There's no excuse for them, and I don't plan on making any in this video either, and I hope that you will choose to watch it all the way through. I also just want to make a quick note as well that I'm filming this on the night of March 31st. It is currently 12:54 in the morning. I'm alone here in the studio, and I know that...
Why do people in apology videos feel the need to give the time? I don't care. Fellows, I'm coming into you live right now at 6:05 p.m. Pacific, looking for any subscribers. If anyone wants to scroll down and hit the subscribe button, it is 6:05 after all. Because it's late? Oh, boo-hoo, 12. It's midnight. What do you mean? Fucking, it's fucking midnight.
When I upload this tomorrow, it is going to be April Fool's Day, which is awful timing because this video and this topic is not a joke in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want anybody to think that it is.
That's a lie.
I also don't want to wait any longer to speak about this. I want you guys to know that this is very, very important to
me. He uploaded this on April Fool's?
The last thing that I want to say before I just get into it is that I think it's important that I provide a trigger warning for this video. There's going to be topics and things talked about that are very, very sensitive to some people, and I don't want anybody
to... Dude, the preamble on apology videos is nuts.
So I'm just letting you know right now.
Here's my hidden understanding. YouTubers know their stats, right? That's one of the things about YouTube. It's such a gamified industry that every single thing has a statistic on it, whether it's click-through rate, whether it's watch percentage, or whatever. All these goddamn YouTube apologies, they spend the first 45, 50% making preambles and remarks, and then the second half is the actual apology. Half the people have stopped watching by then. Yeah, no one's fucking watching at the 70% mark. What do you mean?
But with all that said, I think it's time that we talk.
In case anybody isn't aware of what's going on, within the past couple of weeks, 2 different people, both under the age of 18, have recently come forward saying that they had inappropriate messages with me on social media. One of them being from last year and one of them being from more recent. In both of these cases, I added these people on Snapchat, asked how old they were right away, was told that they were 18, believed them, engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16. Upon finding out, I was immediately embarrassed and blocked.
The weirdest thing about this is that he still uses fucking Snapchat.
Both people. Later on, when I saw them making videos about it and those videos going viral, my immediate reaction, completely honestly, was to be really, really upset. I wanted to get on camera and film another No More Lies video where I gather all my receipts and all my screenshots and try to tell my side of the story and then just move on from the situation. And now, looking back, that was so stupid because as I did more research on these topics and self-reflected, I realized that the receipts and the screenshots and the specific details of the interaction really don't matter because I fucked up. And I needed to take accountability for my actions and most importantly, apologize to the people that were affected by them.
Okay, I don't think I care to watch this at 2x speed anymore. This is an old one, right? It's confusing. It's almost like James Charles is the hardest person to do this with because he has been canceled and then uncanceled so many times. Because this one is from like the Tati one from like 2 years ago. And then it was like all back in hunky-dory. And then now it's something. What's the most recent thing? Because the Tati thing is old news, right? That's some old shit. It's just confusing. I even pulled up this Insider article. Look at this shit, bro. This is homework. They have like infographics on the entirety of the cancellation of James Charles. That was posted last week or a couple weeks ago. This shit's crazy. Look at this, man. They made a manga. They made a manga about how James Charles got canceled. All right, let's just roll through this. James Charles starts, becomes big YouTuber. He says, "Hi, sisters, everybody pog champs." He makes a shit ton of money. Then, his mentor, Tati, is like James Charles out of pocket, flirting with a waiter who he knows is straight. She roasts him, and then Jeffree Star is like, slay, doubles down. That's the apology video I think we were just maybe watching, or maybe it was another one. Either way, that shit all happened and went away. But what's the most recent stuff? A TikToker user who says he's 16 posted censored nude photos. He says Charles sent him. More minors came forward with their experiences. Okay, so it almost looks like a year ago to the month. A few minors come forward and say he's sexting. And then that was the video we were just watching, where he's like, I just got to check the age of people. My B, I should have checked the age. My B, I thought they lived on Crypto Island. Had I known they didn't live on Crypto Island, I wouldn't have done that. And that's where we left off. So the latest thing is a year ago he was sexting minors. Let's take a look at James Charles' channel now. Certainly, I watched his Squid Game video. This video sucks. This is not because of what he did that I'm saying this. I watched everybody's real life Squid Game videos, and all of them suck. But this one sucked. It was crazy. He gets over 1 million views every video. Yeah, you're right. But I think it's not just about where they are. It's also about where they were. Because if you look a year ago, before this happened, I mean, look, holy shit. Look at this stretch. 8 mil, 8 mil, 20 mil, 47 million, 6 million, 12 million. Holy shit. He couldn't get under 10 million for a stretch here. Dude played Among Us and got 21 million views. He probably sucks at Among Us. I was such a good imposter. Wait, Mr. Beast? Where's Mr. Beast? Oh, yeah, Mr. Beast Squid Game. Oh, yeah, yeah, of course, fucking Mr. Beast Squid Game was sick. I was talking about, yeah, great point, everybody. Really, really good insight there, chat. It looks like this is what I would expect. I wonder what the like ratio is on recent videos.
No! No! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Way.
It looks like they're killing it in terms of like ratio. That ain't that bad.
Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back.
If you think about it, me and James Charles are the exact opposite. He starts with hi sisters and I start with boys.
Oh, that is wild.
He's a gay guy who hits on straight guys, and I'm a straight guy who kisses men all the time. We're like we're opposites.
Do you think the beauty community on YouTube is dying?
Yeah, to me, it feels like, I think it's called the Return YouTube Dislike extension. I think it's made off of like an algorithm or something. I forget how it works really. Anyway, this one is in between. Like where David Dobrik bounced back, and I think he will eventually be bigger than he was before the whole shit came out. And Gus Johnson, I think, will struggle to really ever get back there. I feel like James Charles is still killing it. Like, getting 4 million views every video is still nuts, right? That's still insane. This is way more views than I literally almost every video I am looking at is more views than my most viewed video. It's like it took him down a peg, but it hasn't changed anything. And there's no like, it feels like everyone's over it. It's not fair, Ludwig. The point of this isn't that it's fair. It doesn't, like, being fair doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't, at the end of the day, affect you. Like, does it suck that a guy who does, you know, reprehensible things, they still have, like, platforms and kill it? Yeah, sure, maybe. But, like, anything James Charles has done, there are, like, corporations have done much worse. And, like, we have no power to cancel them. Like, if you take what James Charles did and then you take everything Nestle has done to fuck over humans for the past hundreds of years, it's not close. But I think as a mob group, you can take down a couple pegs, humans. You can take them down a couple pegs. You don't really have the ability to take down like a corporation. But if you're like, oh, it's unfair, like shit, man, a bunch of stuff's unfair. Yeah, Apple. I mean, is there a corporation that is making north of $1 billion that isn't doing fuck shit to people? Does it exist? Couldn't we boycott Nestle? It's harder. I don't know. I feel like it is easier to vilify a human rather than a mega corporation who can easily just say, hey, you guys are right. We're going to swap our leadership around and do better. James Charles' makeup channel can't do that. They can't be like, hey, we're going to do better. And then next time you show up, it's like Blue's Clues. And there's a guy named Steve there. And he's like, hey, how's it going, guys? Sisters, right? That's the thing. I'm not so good with makeup, so I'll hope you hang out with me. Doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. If Gus Johnson's cancellation was successful and David Dobrik's was a failure, I feel like this is an in-between. I'll call this the Facebook. Because he took about as much of a hit as Facebook did after switching over to the metaverse. James Charles got metaversed. But at the end of the day, he's still Facebook. He's still James Charles. And still getting millions of views a video. This next one I think is the one that people are the most sad about. This is a classic. This is the one that everyone's like, oh no, we take it back. But this is Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles, if you don't know, made an apology video after people were resurfacing some of the edgier jokes she made like a decade ago. I think she did like blackface. She made like, you know, just edgy jokes, and then dropped this almost 2 years ago, about 18 months ago.
So I get it. Feel like we're at a time where we are purging ourselves of anything and everything toxic.
And she is right. I remember around this time, there was a bunch of fucking different cancel campaigns for people and the old shit they did. And I mean, it was left and right. Whether it was like within like the streaming YouTube world or even outside of that. And I remember seeing this and I was like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, she dropped an apology and I was like, who the fuck was talking about Jenna Marbles? But then I watched it and I was like, okay. Because there's nobody who is more cognizant of their haters than the person being hated upon, you know? Like, if I look at a YouTube video, I don't really see the hate comments. If I look at, like I don't know, like a Mizkif YouTube video or like a Pokey YouTube video or whatever it is, I don't really see the hate comments. But they're like, it's like they have trained eyes to see the hate.
And I'm being requested that I address things that I've done in my past. I also get a lot of tweets from people that are saying like, we love you, you unproblematic queen, which always makes me uncomfortable because I'm a person. Those of you that are familiar with how long
I'm not a queen, I'm not royalty.
I've
True.
been on the internet know that that's not true, that I've definitely done things in the past that weren't great, and I'm not completely unproblematic, and I've tried my best to grow up and to be a better person. And first and foremost,
It is weird when people say you did not, like when they just like absolve of all crimes. It's as weird as the people who are like, you are the villain and scum of the earth for the thing you've done. Like the absolute polarization of the political parties. I'm just saying, fellas, don't ride or die me, okay? Once the ship starts sinking, jump. Get a life jacket. Consider it the Titanic. I'm going down, motherfuckers. You don't got to go down with me, all right? You know, if I'm going down, surely Clint will see it. He'll go live. He'll farm a few primes, disappear for a while. Germ will be there. You know what I mean? You're good, fellas. You're good.
Everyone to know that I've always been a two-way street, and that any time that you criticize me and tell me that you would like me to do better.
The mods are the people playing the violin on the ship. Yeah, that's right. It's the mods playing the violin on the ship, and then it's Exter who is sitting alone on the iceberg piece thinking to himself, he'll never play me in Melee again.
Or to do something differently. That I always try to do that. And I try to make fun content, inclusive content, things that don't offend people or upset people, and that's kind of where I am. There's a couple things that people want me to address and apologize for, and I'm happy to do that, because what I want from the people that I support and that I like is to have accountability and to know that I'm supporting someone whose morals and values align with my own. And yeah, there's things in my past I'm not proud of.
Is that important, chat, to you guys? Do you find it important that the person you watch is similar to you in terms of your morals, ethics, whatever? Or are you just like, hey, content's pog, content's pog? And if your answer is yes, how do you know I'm not just fucking, like I'm just using like, you know, child labor in Thailand to fund all my projects and my YouTube videos and behind the scenes, I'm running extra into the ground. Content still pog. Amen, fellas, amen.
And I'm getting a lot of tweets from people saying, why have you privated all these old videos? And I've spent a lot of the last few days privating almost all of my old content. And I'm sorry if any of that holds any nostalgia for you, but I'm literally not trying to put out negative things into the world. I think there was a time when having all of my old content exist on the internet showed how much I have grown up as a person.
It feels like when you got a hate mob on you, there's nothing you can do that's correct. There's no good apology video unless the accusations are just false.
I'm very proud of.
And it's easily provable.
I think now it's hard for that content to exist at all because...
Like you private the videos, they're like, why the fuck did you private that? You don't private them, they're like, why would you keep this up?
I think people watch it and don't bother to look at when it was posted or, you know, care about what path I took to get to where I am. It offends them now. And if that's the case, where people will watch something and be offended now, I don't want it to exist. And I do just want to tell you...
That's a crazy video to clip to, okay.
...that it was not my intention to do blackface. This is the end of the video where I took my wig off. I don't know how else to say this, but it doesn't matter because all that matters is that people...
Why'd you laugh? Because what a crazy sentence. There's like 5 people who have said that sentence in the history of the world. I did not mean to do blackface. Like that's a rare sentence. Okay? If you say it out loud right now, you're like the 7th person to have said it.
Were offended and it hurt them. And
one of them is Justin Trudeau.
I'm so unbelievably sorry that this isn't okay. And it hasn't existed on the internet for a long time.
Justin hits her up after and he's like, bro, I get it.
Because it's not okay.
I'm with you.
I haven't done anything remotely like that because I heard people say, this is blackface, and I don't like that. And
can we admit this is all Snooki from Jersey Shore's fault?
And I just would never want to put that into the world. So this has been private for a long time. But I do want to tell you how unbelievably sorry I am if I ever offended you by posting this video or by doing this impression. And that was never my intention. It's not okay. It's shameful.
So general consensus is like the old edgy shit she did in like the blackface, and I'm putting quotes because, you know, it was a crazy tan, are, how do I phrase this? This is like, that's the shit she did, but she's still off the grid. Like she's still totally off the grid. The last thing she did is she posted a podcast with her fiance, I think, maybe. And it's called The Final Podcast, and then she didn't do anything. It's literally been 18 months, and there has not been a single post from Jenna Marbles. They're married? Okay. And although I would say general consensus seems everybody's like, I miss Jenna Marbles. She should come back. It's not even that big of a deal. We forgive you. That feels like 95% of people's takes on it. She successfully, I think, is the only person on this list who truly got canceled. Because she completely left the space. And there's only 2 ways you truly get canceled. One is you get entirely removed off of a platform, aka Leafy. Or 2, you completely remove yourself off a platform. And I think those are the only real ways. I imagine if that wasn't the case and she was like, if she just went back to uploading like every other content creator did, she would probably be popping out with 5 million views of videos still. I can't imagine a world where that wouldn't be the case. She wasn't canceled. I mean, she posted an apology video for things she did in the past and then never uploaded again. I think she was canceled. I don't think it was the majority of people doing it, but it definitely happened. Honestly, though, I wouldn't even consider it canceling. I would say she got out. God bless her. She got out. God damn, I'm still stuck in this bitch. She got out. Fuck. Everybody's so busy trying to make it as a big YouTuber, they never stop to think to themselves if it's even a good idea. That was that one. Next up, this one's, if that's the most extreme case of someone actually being canceled, this is the most minor. Zero happened at all. This is the case of Gideon. Gideon, I posted like 3 mogul mails about this, so I won't recap it all because you guys know. Got completely banned off of Twitch for doing a hate raid on Pokey. And then where is Gideon now? Hanging out with Pokemon. Eating Chick-fil-A, I think. And that's where they're at. I mean, still killing it on YouTube. Literally zero change. In fact, doing better on YouTube than ever before. and nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. Oh, is that her merch? I didn't even realize that's Pokey's merch. He's wearing her merch. This was photoshopped. This is absolutely not photoshopped. Nobody has that Photoshop skill. Also, Pokey replied, it's bigger than black and white. He did make an apology video on his second channel. Gideon meets up with Pokimane. Did he phase rug it? Why does he upload videos on his second channel that seem like they were uploaded by a totally different channel? Like, this feels like a React channel uploaded this. It also has what I would assume is the same dogshit channel or thumbnail that someone would do. But this is his second channel. How many people just looked up to their parents? Come clean? Who looked up to their parents right there?
I know you niggas are fucking, like, I know you niggas like, what the fuck is going on? You all are probably wondering what the fuck is happening right now. Did I phase rug y'all?
Phase rugging for the uninitiated means, was I faking it? Was I faking the beef with Pokey?
Was this whole situation just for publicity?
Absolutely not. In zero way, shape, or form. Was it for publicity?
Well, guess what? All your answers are going to be answered.
In the next video?
Oh, no. All your questions are going to be answered in like 3 to 5 weeks. I don't know. It's going to take me a minute to post the video. But,
fucking Dragon Ball Z head ass, clickbait and head ass. What you mean? Find out next time.
Like, bro, like in the apology video I made on my second channel, y'all, told you guys I don't like beef. Like, I'm a chill dude. Like, I don't know. That's all I gotta say. But, just wanted to say real quick, you know. Oh, for y'all wondering, she's not here. I'm by myself right now. I'm by myself. So
I actually looked through it because I thought that it was a reveal that she was there, and I thought it'd be fun.
Me. It's just me. But first thing first, I guess the only thing I want to say, bro, is if you guys have a disagreement with a person, it can always be mended. That's all I'm gonna say right now. It can always be mended.
It's kind of like it's bigger than black and white, you know?
That's all. All right. Talk to you boys later. Y'all be safe.
I like how he's alluding that maybe there's a chance that he phase rugged the whole thing, faked it all, and did it all for drama and attention. Gideon, all right, look, hey, I'm happy the beef's over, but you were dumb as fucking bricks. Let's just call a spade a spade. You were dumb as bricks. You got your ass banned on Twitch, but, you know, now you're just using it for some good old YouTube content. Pog10, if you will. All right? Wog10, if we're going to combine both worlds. Anyway, that's pretty much all. That's all that juice. That's all that I need to bring up for this one. Zero happened. This is the biggest nothing burger of all time. If anything, this is the interesting thing. Ready? I think Gideon, if you ask him, will say that he did not do this for clout and he did not hate raid for clout. He doesn't need Pokey to get clout. I think he would say that. And I don't think he's wrong from saying that. But by God, did it fucking work and did he milk it? Look at this. Sheesh. Look at the curve. He went from 80,000 before it happened to double the Twitter followers. Over double. So this cancellation was in fact a huge marketing effort by accident. All we can say is really W, and that's it. W and move on, fellas. All right, next up. What is next? Who we got? Anything juicy? Ooh, this one is juicy. You know what? Before we do this one, let me play a clip. Let me play a little clip about this one.
I think, again, like, look at Josh OG. Look at Josh OG. Josh OG was the secretary, if I remember right, on the fucking CSGO lotto thing. And this guy managed to fucking convince people that being the secretary is the same thing as Martha, who takes phone calls for an accounting office. He's the secretary on the fucking, the articles of incorporation. And people believe this because they're fucking stupid. And guess what? Josh OG is getting sponsor deals. He's still a successful streamer. He's doing fucking great. So there's actually a really good fucking use case of people that scam their audience. They pretend, oh, well, you know, and he had to deal with some shit for a few years. He did. People hated him, and they're going to call him Scam OG. And you know what happens? He bans him in his chat. I think, again, like, look at Josh.
All right, this is about Josh OG, right? Josh OG, if you don't know, was a part of the group who created the CSGO Lotto, the CSGO Lotto scam, where they owned a CSGO gambling website and promoted it on their stream, but had zero admission to their involvement in their ownership of the company. This all eventually came out. There was a huge shitstorm from it. People were super upset. And Josh OG, as Asman just alluded to, was the secretary on the articles of incorporation on that company. It's the same thing that Syndicate got in trouble with, the same thing that T. Martin got in trouble with, and a few others. And this was also Josh OG, a streamer. And then the only thing that really exists from this was a twit longer that he posted. That's like 2016. This is an old thing, by the way. This is damn near 6 years ago. This is a long time ago. And he said, nothing hurts me more than knowing I've let people down in my community. The people have been my main source of inspiration. I've begun streaming in 2014. I've been caught up in trying to balance 10 hours of streaming a day, being an entrepreneur, and living my own life. Being an entrepreneur in this case means running a CSGO gambling site, right? Like, because like there's streaming, there's living your own life, but the other thing you were doing was running the illegal site. So I think phrasing that as being an entrepreneur is funny. That's like, you ever see those videos of people? They're like super rich people, and they're like, yeah, you got to be an entrepreneur. But like they sell drugs. And it's like, well, I mean, I'm happy it worked for you. You got bread, but I don't think you got to do that road. Don't think that's the road we should be following down. I don't think we should be an entrepreneur by running CSGO sites here. I lost sight of what's important. It's time to reflect. I am ready to make a statement regarding the allegations being thrown my way. First and foremost, I want to announce that I've ended my sponsorship with CSGO Lotto and will no longer be playing on the site during my live streams or YouTube videos. I like how it leaves the room that he might play offline. Just because he likes the fun of the game. You know? Why is mods banning everything? Because everyone's making the 2-viewer joke. And because they get paid, baby. Originally, I was approached by Trevor, Tom. Trevor is T. Martin. Tom is Syndicate. Both also huge YouTubers. To promote CSGO Lotto, I was offered a monthly sponsorship, which includes skins that I had the option to use on the site or keep them for myself. As our deal progressed, this offer was changed to include a minority share in the company once the incorporation docs had been submitted, which means this was never a legit company. For the first start of it, they just had a website and they were just doing profit share. And then when the company was made legitimate, he became a member of it. As the date of signing, I updated my sponsorship decks, website, and social platforms to include CSGO Lotto sponsorship logos alongside my other sponsors. I also included a rotating logo on all my streams. Cool. That's great info. And I was informed early on that the incorporation was being publicly registered in Florida by the company's accountant under the name CSGO Lotto Inc. under our legal names. We had nothing to hide, as we've always been advised by our attorney that CSGO Lotto met all necessary laws, yada, yada, yada. Lastly, okay, that's a little unfair to say. Just because, okay, it is true that when you file in articles of incorporation, all companies are public and you can search state databases to find that information. But, like, I would say that's lying by omission. Like, not publicly declaring it, but, like, leaving it on the floor. Like, it was there. Fellas, you could have found it, okay? Everybody likes Easter except when the little rabbit hides the eggs too well. Huh. I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I've seen allegations that as someone who owned equity in the business that I could have rigged the site in any way. Firstly, the skins were provided in my sponsorship agreement were given to me with no strings attached. Any skins I lost were of my own. Yeah. Overall, I'm considerably down bad even. Great. And then he apologizes. And that's the extent of this. And this happened in 2016, right? 2016. This is old news. Now, 2016, he was a huge streamer. Like 2016 standards, having 4,650 viewers, that is huge. And you can see that the viewership tanked. This is probably the day that the allegations came out. And then he took maybe 3 days off and then went right back to streaming. Took a couple weeks off. But the views were dipping a little bit. 2021 is a down month. But still overall doing fine. If you're a streamer who averages a couple thousand, a few thousand viewers, you probably have a few thousand subs as well, you're probably doing fine. Certainly that's not a fun chart to look at every day, but all the hate aside, it is super easy. There's like how do you phrase this? I would stamp this the turtle. He turtled. You know what I mean? Do you get what I mean by that? Like, you get a bunch of shit. Everybody's upset at you. They want you to claim what you did and apologize. But what you can do instead is just hide in your turtle shell and then only allow people in your turtle shell that are going to positively interact with you in either like as a chatter or as a subscriber or whatever it is. And you will only allow people to interact with you who are going to positively interact with you. Which is fine. I'm not saying you need to let people be fucking toxic to you, but that's what he did. The result of it is, two, one, he is able to be a creator, but two, he will never, I think, be as big of a creator as he was in even 2016. But turtling is enough to have it be your full-time job. Shit, I think Josh OG still makes more than most doctors probably, right? I mean, he probably makes easy 6 figures a year. You know, he's sponsored by Nathan Frank's Hot Dogs, which I didn't know you could be sponsored by. I'm jealous. He's sponsored by a hot dog. Fuck that mean? Does he get free hot dogs? He's sponsored by Secret Lab Chairs, Xfinity, and then Sound Audio. I think he's doing fine, man. I think he's doing plenty fine. Maybe he's not growing. He'll never be the biggest, but he's making more than most doctors, and his job is playing video games. That's a good life. That's a good life, dude, yeah. Yeah, he used a little bit of melon armor, yeah? He took a hit, but he's still chilling. Took a hit, but he's still chilling. So I would say nothing really came of it. And then that's the Twitch version. Let's take a look at the YouTube counterpart, because the same exact group, CSGO Lotto, was also originally created by T. Martin. And this one's a really easy apology video to watch. And also the greatest, worst apology video of all time.
Cooper, I have no idea how I'm going to record this video, dude.
Bro, I feel so bad for Cooper. I feel so bad for Cooper. All dogs go to heaven, but damn, when he gets to the pearly gates, Peter's going to be like, bruh. Cooper's going to be like, yeah, I know, man. But you deal with the hands you're dealt. I mean, you got to do what you got to do as a pup, huh? It is what it is out there.
All right, guys. So I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Why is he still in YouTuber voice? Look, this video has been taken apart by hundreds of other YouTubers, but like, fuck me. YouTuber voice with his beautiful $1 million mansion with a nice ass fucking car in the back. Looks like a Ford F-150 souped up.
But first and foremost, I do want to say that I love you guys. You guys seriously mean the world to me. You have for the past 6 years that I've been on YouTube, and you honestly have changed my life. Like every single day, I get to wake up and chase my dreams and follow my passions, and that's all been made possible by you guys. So
can you turn off the voice? Turn off the voice, dude. Oh, it's crazy. That's crazy, man. That when I finally get caught with all my child labor working these 16-year-olds in the ground for $0, you can expect my apology video will be the same. I'm actually going to boot up my apology video with Popcorn Castle. Straight the fuck up. Boys, what's up? Hey, little fucky wucky from your boy Ludwig. L. Let's turn that into a W, though. You know what I mean, fellas? Oh, holy shit, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, what's the rest? What's the rest? Sorry, I cut you off. I cut you off, T. Martin.
thank you guys for everything that you've done for me and all the opportunities and memories that you've allowed me to create. Now, my connection to CSGO Lotto has been a matter of public record since the company was first organized in December of 2015.
Kind of looks like Rob Lowe.
I do feel like I owe you guys an apology. I am sorry to each and every one of you who felt like that was not made clear enough to you. And I truly, honestly hope that you guys give me an opportunity to earn your trust back.
Is this just me? This is a weird comment, but his teeth I have only seen from people who smoke copious amounts of weed. There's like 15 kids in my high school who smoked weed every fucking day and they had the same teeth. Is that a thing? Is there such a thing as weed teeth? Or am I making a connection that doesn't exist?
Please also know that I am committed to making sure that my YouTube channel as well as all of my other businesses are in compliance with the law. This is why
some people are like
I do
true
not
in me.
condone minors under the age of 18 to use CSGO Lotto. This is and always has been a clearly stated policy available both in the terms of service as well as the initial sign-up page on the website.
Yeah, but it's a checkbox. Pornhub says the same fucking thing. And my 14-year-old head ass was like, yeah, bet. Go off, King.
I've seen a lot of people focusing on the under the age of 13 section of our privacy policy. All this section states is that we do not knowingly record information of children under the age of 13 years old in compliance with the COPPA Act. This has nothing to do with and does not mean that we condone minors under the age of 18 to play on the site. Also, and this is very important to me, I believe that every game offered on CSGO Lotto has been legitimate, and I am committed to making sure that that remains true. Again, you guys seriously mean the world to me. Like, you've changed my life in so many ways. I'll never be able to thank you for what you all have done.
So crazy to say that after scamming them, right? Like after scamming people and then to say you've changed my life. It's so crazy.
Thank you guys so much for all the support over the years, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. So thank you guys for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I look forward to getting back to my regularly scheduled content, and I hope to see you guys there. Thanks, guys.
So that was T. Martin's apology video. And again, I'm trying to do the counterpart to the Twitch version. This is the YouTube version of it. T. Martin, if you don't know, was a huge fucking YouTuber. I remember him vividly because he was one of the people from the Call of Duty commentary scene that genuinely popped off and kept popping off. And he has like a few million subscribers on his main channel and a few million subscribers on his second channel. But if you look at the numbers now, It definitely ain't what it used to be. He's still uploading. He's still uploading, mind you. Dying Light 2, Part 2, I'm terrified. This is literally uploaded today. And it seems like he gets, you know, I don't know, 50 to 150,000 views. It ranges quite a bit. But he's still out here uploading. Like, this is, to be clear, a YouTube channel that many people envy, and they would love to have a channel this big. It is weird to see a channel with 5 million subscribers get this many views. And he has pretty much only ever lost subscribers for the past 2 years. It's been a bit of a steady decline, but it's pretty much only losing subscribers. He had more, and then if you look at, yeah, this is his first channel, which he doesn't upload on anymore. But if you look at, excuse me, the second one, shit, T Martin 2. Yeah, you know what? Actually, it is still gaining subs. That's like a good amount of growth. Damn, he's still getting fucking. That's juicy views, boys. 20 million views a month is crazy. This is still a lot. This is a lot. Like that's about half as many views as I get on my channel. I get about 40 million views a month. I think someone was like, this is a dead channel, Ludwig. I don't think it is. I don't think you can say a channel that gets 15, 20 million views a month is a dead channel. And he probably has like a few thousand videos uploaded on this, so a lot of the old videos will probably get views too. 2 billion total views. He posts a lot. Yeah, I mean, this is still millions of dollars a year, is what I guess I mean. It's still millions of dollars every single year. And it looks like it's more so recently that the views took a bit of a dip. Because even a couple months ago, shit's like 500,000. Creative Cloud, you're chill. You're chill. So anyway, he's still chilling. He's still making millions of dollars a year off of YouTube. Straight chilling. Need to remember that is also many hour-plus long videos. Good point, Courage. It's an excellent point. You are able to run more ads. My VOD channel does make 5 times as much as my clip channel, even though it has 1/10 of the views. So he's absolutely chilling. But there is one loser in this. Okay? The biggest loser in this one is Cooper. Cooper the dog got absolutely boomed here. It just sucks that he was thrown into that video. Like, Cooper did nothing for that, you know. He's happy-go-lucky. It's just bad for the Cooper brand at the end of the day. And you got to think about Cooper's branding here. Cooper didn't ask for that, bro. Anyway, that's T Martin. He's doing even better than Josh OG, I'd say. He was also bigger than Josh OG. So, I mean, turtling when you're 5 million subscribers works out pretty well. But they're both chilling. Chilling and making millions. There's this weird thing where people are like, oh, dead YouTuber. But you're not actually a dead YouTuber if you're just staying where you are, you know? It's toxic, bro. It's toxic, the mindset where people are like, if you're not growing, you're dying. But it's not true. If you're making millions of dollars a year, that's just a job. It's just a job. You know, you're just chilling. Don't let Syndicate slide. Syndicate is the last person who was in that. And it's the same situation. There's no difference. Syndicate's actually the first person to ever get 1 million followers on Twitch. And now he just uploads Minecraft stuff on his main channel. And he's like, look, it's the same thing. Hundreds of thousands of views every single video. And he uploads, you know, not as frequently. It seems like, you know, once a week maybe. But he's still probably making $1 million on the channel. I watched a lot of Tom Syndicate growing up. I remember I watched that X-Jaws video. He also uploads on his vlog channel. It has as many subscribers as I do on my main channel. So, yeah, I think he's killing it, man. I think he's doing all right. You know what? I'm just going to make a call here. Rare gold coins we found in a hidden safe. Huge fucking Jeep. All right, 10 million play button award. I think he's doing all right. Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you faces to a new dawn and a new day.
He told me.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's well heavy. Unwrap it. You can't appreciate it. That's why I did the socks. I hate watching people unbox this and then they put the fingerprints all over it.
Wait, that's the 10 million subscriber plaque. He dipped below 10 mil. He's at 9.76. He lost 250,000 subscribers in the past 2 years. And he still got it. All right, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. You just need to hit it. You don't need to keep it. I guess that's the rule. You don't need to keep it, fellas, as long as you hit it. They also purged some botted accounts too, right? On YouTube. That's crazy, man. Anyway, all three of them are doing completely fine and making millions. They'll never be the biggest, and they've certainly hit their peak in their career, but that doesn't matter if you're making fucking millions of dollars and you're happy with your life. Let's move on to one that's much less egregious, right? Because we've been looking at people who very specifically did things that, like, it's reprehensible. You can't defend a guy who's scamming kids or even adults by running a gambling site and not disclosing it. You can't really defend that. But people can defend more subjective things. Caterino. Who remember Caterino? The streamer, she did a bunch of shit with Mizkif. By a bunch of shit, I mean she went to Miz's house once, but I guess, who hasn't? And it was, forcing CD for the 7th time. It's when she was found to be, dude, honestly, I don't know. It is the Fitz Carson thing. It is incredibly hard to follow. I think people thought she was dating Carson, and then she cheated on Carson, but then I think they weren't dating. It was a whole thing. And she posted an apology, of which I will watch none of it, because, by God, it is. Actually, it's not that long. Wait, who did this, bro? Who put the black dot? Oh, come on, dude.
I'm sorry this took so long to come out.
Oh, come on, man.
Thinking things through, and this is my first time going through something like this, and I wanted to go about it as best as I possibly could. And I want to be honest. My relationship with Carson was very complicated. I had a boyfriend at the time, and neither...
How come when a girl has sex with a lot of guys, she's a whore? But when I say I want to suck off Lil Punny, I'm a furry.
Carson nor my boyfriend at the time knew about each other. And while I was clear with Carson that Carson and I were not in a relationship, I still led him on and ended up hurting Carson and my boyfriend at the time very badly in the process. I am now seeing a therapist, and although I didn't realize it at the time, I was dealing a lot with depersonalization, and I felt like I was two different people living two different lives. I felt like a passenger in my own body.
So the way it worked is she was dating a guy. Carson was interested in her. She's like, Carson, we're not dating, but maybe she was flirting with him emotionally. And then she hooked up with Fitz, and then I think a couple other guys that are not as well known. I think I Will Dominate. And then, I mean, really, the person who got the most fucked, I think Carson, it seemed like I remember at the moment in the time that, like, oh, Carson got boomed. But I think in reality, the person that got boomed was her boyfriend. Whoever her boyfriend at the time was, that's the guy where it's like, effing chat for him.
I ignored very conflicting feelings and thoughts, and I was very lost and confused. And I didn't know what I wanted or what was important to me.
I'm going to make a small claim here that I don't want to turn into a shitstorm, but I believe this. I think if we #reverse the roles, Caterino's a guy and slept with a bunch of women and cheated on his girlfriend, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. And I think that because it's happened so much at different levels of success and popularity and power, whether it's like the fucking president or it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger or like an actor, like no one really gives a shit. Like at the end of the day, like even Dr. Disrespect, like end of the day, what she did is she cheated in a private relationship, and people most of the time will be like, you know what, forgive them, move on. They learn from the mistakes. But I think because of, one, she's a girl, but two, also Carson was a bigger creator than her, it was way different.
This was when I got involved with Fitz. And I handled it very similarly to how I handled previous things. I depersonalized a lot and was very lost and confused and didn't know what I wanted and made a lot of bad decisions because of that. And I hurt both him and
She's
Carson.
a bit old for Carson. Are they the same age?
As well.
No. Okay. I just got that. All right. I just got that. I just understood what the joke was there. Anyway. Caterino. When was this? 2020? I hate her. It's so dramatic, dude. You're not confused. Take accountability. You're a bad person. You know what I assume? I assume here's what I've recognized from getting canceled. It's really how good you are at taking heat. Because, like, no matter how much shit you get, there is a percentage of people who watch you before who will guaranteed watch you after. And if you can just take the heat of all the other people just flinging shit at you, then you're fine. And you can continue what you're going to do. And canceling is fucking cap. And it doesn't matter at all. It's just how it is. You know? Like, David Dobrik can take the heat. T. Martin, Syndicate, and Josh OG are taking the heat. Some people can't take the heat, and so they got to get out of the kitchen. I do also think that the heat's probably hotter, either one. If you're a girl and a bigger creator is the one who was wronged, you know? But anyway, she averaged 1,800 viewers in 2020 when this all happened. And then 2021, she averaged 192 viewers. So, you know, it's certainly not enough, I think, to live off of. And this chart is going the wrong way. I think a lot of her content was based around collabing with people, and I don't think anyone wants to collab with her. So, yeah, I think she's about. I mean, she can still stream for fun, of course, but I don't think she'll be a full-time content creator. Another person, I'll give an example on the other side of the coin, who couldn't take the heat, even though they probably could continue to make content and be fine.
Here's a lot. It's true. I was lost.
Sorry, that was
I lost
last
sight of
one.
my principles. I lost my sense of boundaries, my ability to harbor compassion and consideration. I was blinded by my own doing and hurt some of the people I've come to care about the most. 21, I truly
Fedmeister could not take the heat.
hurt. I just want to once and for all.
Fed got kicked out of OTV for making people feel uncomfortable with a few specific incidents that you can read into. And before he was getting like, you know, a little under $1 million or around $1 million per video. He was doing really well for himself. And also a pretty successful streamer. He was like a 10K Andy. And then he had like an alt account. He was like a 5K Andy on. All the shit came out. And then he bought a dog. And then he became super ripped. There's the dog. There's him getting ripped. And then everybody rolled him and made fun of him, including myself when he came back because it was so fucking stupid. And then he pee-pee poofed again. So I don't think he could handle the pressure. He tweeted, "Merry Christmas, guys. Hope to see y'all soon." Fuck you mean you can upload. What do you want from it's you. That's a you thing, not an us thing. Happy holidays, man. Remember this? Yeah, I don't think he can handle it. Not just uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm more so just not knowledgeable enough about the specifics because it's been a fucking while since I was up on it. But he absolutely could not handle the heat. Which does bring a good question. Does Albert still make content? Does he still do shit? Albert, I think, did pretty much the same thing Caterino did. Oh, yeah, he is. In fact, he's doing about as well as Caterino. Oh my God, they're almost like exact parallels. I think they both had a lot of their success owed to larger creators they collabed with. They wronged those creators in some fashion and got burned by them. And then are now creating content to a smaller core audience. Yeah, it's about the same. His apologies fire. Does it matter? Is, I guess, my point, though. I think people put so much weight into the apologies. Why does it matter? Because even the people who saw the apology video and maybe like appreciated it aren't watching him. He gets about as many views as Caterino, who people hated her apology. You just saw the comments from it. So why the fuck does it matter? Even if he had the most dog shit apology of all time and he went, he's in, as long as he's able to take all the shit he's going to get from people. I think what it, you know what it does, and I'll admit this, is I think it lowers the heat in the shit talk you'll get from people who aren't really interested in your content, but are interested in being drama frogs and talking that good shit. He probably gets less heat on a day-to-day basis than like Fed if he were to go live. And it's hard to ever compare like what people have done, but because of his apology, he'll get less shit. But his viewer count, I don't think would change if he had a good apology or a bad apology. All right, let's get to a couple big ones here. We got two here. Both of these are people who got canceled, and by got canceled, I mean their career fucking exploding into immeasurable levels.
Hello, I
one
wanted to make a statement
is
on
PewDiePie.
what I said in my previous live stream. You probably won't believe me when I say this, but whenever I go online and I hear other players use the same kind of language that I did, I always find it extremely immature and stupid. And I hate how I now personally fed into that part of gaming.
He didn't explode because of this, though. It seems to be a pretty decent spike around here. Look, there's just catalysts. There's just catalysts, bro. There's little catalysts. I'm not saying he was made by saying the N-word. I'm just saying his career only has gone up since. This is the T-Series thing, I think. You're wrong, bro. This was before PewDiePie versus T-Series. Am I wrong about this? Are you trying to argue that PewDiePie was bigger before the N-word bridge moment than he was after? He was way fucking bigger. I guess he was always the biggest YouTuber, so, like, what's the fucking difference? I guess that's a fair point. Yeah, that's fair to say. He was always the biggest creator. I don't think this goes old enough to even see it. But I think after the bridge, his channel only got larger. Yeah, his channel, it was actually so long ago. It was so long ago that I can't find it. But there was absolutely zero impact. I don't think he would be bigger if the thing didn't happen. And I think, if anything, he grew from that media attention and then what happened afterwards. Same example of that.
I've made a severe and continuous
Probably a better example of that is the Logan Paul.
lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. So what we came across that day in the woods was obvious.
This was the biggest thing that ever happened in his career, and it was like obviously everyone fucking knows what happened there. No one's confused about that. Why are there Arabic captions?
Obviously unplanned, and the reactions you saw on tape were raw. They were unfiltered. None of us knew how to react or how to feel. I should have never posted the video.
That was not Arabic, it was Indian.
I should have put the cameras down.
I made a severe lapse in judgment. I should have looked up the language before speaking. I'm sorry.
And stopped recording what we were going through. There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't. And for that, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry.
Yeah, I don't think there could have been a larger effort to cancel someone than when he did this, because like it was inarguably in everyone's mind just a fucked up thing to do, and it was the largest thing he had ever done in terms of like how much media presence there was. But since then, he's only gotten larger, and now he did a boxing match versus Floyd Mayweather. Honestly, sometimes I catch myself watching like a Logan video, and I'm like, fuck. He's like mature and shit. Like I don't even mind this content. I was dead ass. This is a real thing that happened to me yesterday. I was scrolling through Twitter, and he came out with this new energy drink called Prime, and I saw it was sold out. And I thought to myself, fuck, I wanted some. And I kept scrolling. It's how twisted. I got brain rot. He boozled me. I saw like a little video about it where there was like a monkey. I saw this video like on TikTok.
Got the camera, leave it, shit. What do I do? He's got the camera.
And the monkey stole the Prime.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's taking your camera. Hey.
And I was like, how the fuck did the monkey... Did they plan that?
He's got Prime. The monkey has Prime.
Did they plan this for marketing? That's crazy. Better podcast in the yard. I too like when Mike goes on a 15-minute tangent about how you have to appreciate every minute in life. It's great to hear the same message every single week. So both these people, like, these were people that like were attempted to get canceled. They fucking blew up. And I also don't think anyone would look at what they did and be like, you know what, it wasn't that bad. Obviously, both the things they did were fucked. But, you know, enough time passes and you upload pog content. I think that's what matters the most. If you have pog content, dare I say pog tent lined up after doing some fuck shit, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter, man. People are all about the pog tent. That's what Riot did? Yeah, everyone was mad at Riot, right? They had a bunch of, like, terrible work culture things, and then they dropped Arcane, and people are like, yeah, that shit. Wow! You got to have that pog tent lined up. I bet Blizzard's working on a show right now. They're working on a show right now, and then they're just going to do some fuck shit, and they'll be like, you're mad? But check out this Overwatch show. And everyone will be like, fine, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. There are, though, definite cases where people do things that are, I think, are too reprehensible and too unforgivable. And we'll bring up two cases of that right now. The first one is Mini Lad, who's accused of grooming two of his underage Twitch mods.
Hey guys, this video has been a long time coming, and this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but 2020 has been an awful year for everybody, and I want to go into next year knowing that I have said my piece. I've told you guys exactly what's going on. As my fans, you guys deserve to know what's going on, and I hope this video helps you understand.
I like how he's like, hey, 2021's been a rough year for all of us. You guys have dealt with COVID. I was sexing minors. It's tough. You know, end of the day, we were all dealing with these things. So let's get through them all together. You know what I mean? You had your shit. I had my shit. It's the same. We're the same.
I don't want to die.
Oh, I thought that was this video.
And everything better, and I want to apologize for the things that I've done. I'll try and make this video as short as I can so I don't keep
I
you
actually
guys here
don't
too
know
long.
what he did.
I don't want this video.
I only see this little blurb that said he groomed minors on his stream. I feel like listening to him explain what he did is probably the least accurate thing I could do on this world. Yeah, look at the dislike ratio, huh? 254,000. Yikes.
To be excused as an excuse or victimizing myself or anything like that. I just
groomed them off stream. Oh, it would be crazy if it was on stream. Imagine he grooms them on stream and he's like, oh, fuck, I'm live.
Want to give you guys my thoughts. This is no more PR teams, no more anything like that. This is just Craig. This isn't Mini Lad. This is Craig talking, and I want to be as transparent as possible. But I wanted to explain through exactly what happened.
What are you, Norman? In the Green Goblin?
And the reason why I did it.
Mini Lad's on sabbatical.
There was two people involved in the situations. Those names were Hallie and Ash. I'll be taking them individually. They happened around the same time.
There's an extension that adds dislikes back, chat.
The first person that I wanted to talk about was Hallie. A lot of people think that these people were random fans that I got in contact with, but both Hallie and Ash, these are people who are my friends. Hallie I've known for a long time, since maybe 2013, 2014. Hallie was one of my Twitch mods. Hallie was a really good Twitch mod. She helped me out. She helped Terrorize her out. She helped a lot of the guys who I played.
She would not only time out, but she would also /ban. And then sometimes when people were confused on the rules, she would ! Rules. I'm sorry, mods. I'm sorry. I mean, fuck. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm doing out here.
Played with on our streams, and she was someone that I could go to with my problems. We became close because we both had our issues. It's not my place to say what's going on with her, but
the closest I've ever been to my mod was shitting on Exter's Puff like 10 games in a row. That's the closest I've ever been.
She's someone who has helped me out a lot. The first thing that I wanted to say was I added Hallie on Snapchat when she was 16. This isn't when I was making any remarks towards her. This is just where I talked to all of my friends. I was that guy that had streaks, and I wanted to make sure that our streaks were good.
Well, Kyle's a friend before a mod.
Back in 2015, that's kind of what people did. It wasn't until 2016 when she was 17 that I first started to flirt with her. I was 21 at the time, and that's not okay.
How old was she? How old was she? Did he say how old she was? Did I miss it?
I'm aware of that. So with Hallie and both with Ash, I sent the messages around this time, and I understand what I'm going to say next.
She was 17. He was 21. This is in...
And that's not okay. Flirt with her. It wasn't until 2016.
So, okay. 2016, she's 17. He's 21. He's flirting with her. But the weird thing is that they had been already talking and friends since 2013 or 14. So when she was 13 or 14 years old and he was 18 years old, they were friends. And then he was like, time to flirt now.
When she was 17, that I first started to flirt with her. I was 21 at the time. And that's not okay. Like, and
is it like a social thing that people aren't aware of because they're just like, because this guy's been a content creator since he was like, I guess, really young. But to me, it's always felt weird when somebody was like a senior dating a freshman in high school, or worse, they were in college and dating a high schooler. I always thought it was weird if a college person was dating a high schooler, even if they were 1 year apart. It's just such a different culture. It's just weird. Like, imagine being a senior in college, okay, which is about the age he was, and you're going to junior prom. That's weird. You don't want to pull up to the fucking prom when you're able to drink in college. Yo, you want to hit Mill Ave, go to the bars? Fuck, I have prom. Yeah, I got prom, dude. Oh. No, yeah, I got to show up and that sucks.
I'm aware of that. So with Hallie and both with Ash, I sent the messages around this time. And I understand what I'm going to say next is quite taboo online, but if this is my way of putting all my cards on the table and telling you guys what happened, I feel like I need to say it. The reason I did what I did, and there was even a message where I said this, is because what I said there is true.
I knew she was 17, but I was suicidal and said to myself, if I'm going to kill myself, I thought I'd go down. I'm sorry. What does go down swinging mean? Go down swinging in this sense means going down, hooking up with a minor. That's what going down swinging is like. It's you against the world. All right. Like Luffy at the big war with Whitebeard went down swinging. It's not go down swinging where the kid's at. That's not going down swinging.
I did try to end my life at the beginning of 2017.
I guess it is him against the law. That is fair.
I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for anything. This is not what this is about. This is telling you guys the reason. And
I'm so mad that his head's not centered.
The reality
is
I was being selfish. I wasn't thinking about repercussions. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just being stupid.
Because you're going down swinging, baby.
I really want to apologize for that. I just wasn't thinking. And I regret it. I've regretted it since. And for that, for both Hallie and Ash, I'm really sorry. Ash, to me, I knew a lot shorter. I may only have...
Why would you post this? This is the worst message I've ever had to read. My bae, you're my bae. Hi bae, hi bae. There's no bae Snapchat sticker. I'm sad. Dude, if somebody says there's no bae Snapchat sticker, they're too young for you. If that's their main concern, is that there's no bae Snapchat sticker, they're too young for you. Love you, bae. Love you too, bae. How the fuck does every single message include bae? In 7 consecutive messages. That's like impressive.
I've known her a few months. She was a part of a group of friends who my Twitch mods were friends with, and that's how we became friends. This is someone who I became friends with just through association with my friends. And the stuff I sent to her is just not okay either. And that's not what I want. You know, she was someone that I really did call my friend, and it sucks that I let her down like that.
Dude, she was my bae, and I dropped the ball, and that was weird, champ.
I also wanted to point out a message that I sent to Laura, who is a part of my Discord mods. She's someone who I met a few years back, maybe 2016, and she was someone who I considered a friend as well. Whenever we went to Insomnia, we used to hang out and meet up at the booth that Terrorizer and I had. And I sent this message. Whenever I saw them coming out.
That's so manipulative. If someone's writing an expose and then you throw in like, tell her I'm going to kill myself. That's crazy.
Out with my message, I sent them.
Oh, she's trying to take me down? Well, let her know. I'm going to kill myself. Checkmate.
I sent them this. This isn't me. That's not right. It's something that I completely regret. I panicked. I was scared.
I'm glad.
I didn't know what to do, and
I'm glad you regret that.
I love my job so much that I didn't want it to go away. And I just wasn't right. So to Hallie and to Ash.
That's fair. It is, look, it is a tight gig. You have a bunch of people who adore you. You make millions of dollars and you get to play video games. The only thing you can't do is groom minors. It's honestly pretty easy. I'm not going to lie. It's a fucking easy job. All right. I won't even cap, fellas. Today for work, I played an hour of Super Auto Pets. That was my job today. I have like a checkbox. I'm like, did I play Super Auto Pets? Yes. Did I upload a video? Yes. Did I get a thumbnail? Yes. Did I groom any minors? No. Checkbox. Perfect. Nailed it. You always got to make sure, you know? It's so hard in this job.
Here at the end up. And even to Laura for bringing that up. I'm sorry, guys.
One day this guy was like, oh, fuck.
You were my friends.
I did almost word that in a terrible way. You're right.
I was only thinking.
But I'm an English major. English major.
But I also wanted to add in here that a lot of people think that I haven't apologized to these girls. I had to fight my PR team for this, but in my initial apology on Twitter, I said that.
What a fucking hero. He's a fucking hero. Wait, how about you hit up the PR next time about your Bay conversations? You have to fight the PR team for your apology. How about you fight the PR team when you're hitting up minors? You should get them involved in that aspect.
I would privately message an apology.
I wonder if it was a fight when he was replying to the message that said they don't have Snapchat Bay stickers. If he had to talk to his PR team and be like, okay, we're going to let the 7th Bay in a row slide through, fellas. I'm firm on this. I'm firm on this one, PR team. You back the fuck off.
Separate apology to these women. And that's what I did. My PR team said not to message them, but these were my friends. And I thought it was right that they deserved their own private apology.
Hero.
And I'm not going to show the apology. I'm going to blur it out, but I want to show that it's there. It wouldn't be a private apology if I told you guys what was in it. So I hope you can understand the privacy in that matter. I have no ill will against you guys. I want you guys to go out there and I want you to prosper and I want you to live up the exact life that you want to live. I want you to be happy. There's one thing I've learned over the...
But I also want to have zero repercussions. And I want to be able to upload videos and make millions. And why can't both be true? Why can't I do the bad actions but not face the consequences? I don't get it.
The last 6 months is I
don't get it.
I care about the happiness of my friends. I realize that I let you down, and I hope that life is good to you from here on out. So my final thought is just to wrap up what I've been doing the last 6 months and why it's taken me so long. Well, the reason why it's taken me so long to make this video is I was scared. Pretty early on, I wasn't okay. That's the reason why I went back to Northern Ireland, not to flee charges, but just to go back with my family.
If you guys unsubscribe, he's going to kill himself.
YouTube is my life. I've been doing it full time for 7-8 years now. I've been, the Maylad channel is 10 years old next year, and It's all I know. It's what I love. It's my passion. It's what I wake up every day and I love to do. And I realized over the last even few years that I just haven't put the love and attention into it than, you know, what I want. I want it to be like a portfolio of the cool things that I've done, and I want to rekindle myself. I want to find out who I am. Not Mini Lad, not anything like that. I want to find Craig. I've been in therapy the last 6 months. Admittedly, I've been in there every week apart from a few weeks because of Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything.
Why even say that? Why even say that, dude? That's not even... Oh, God. I've been going to therapy. I've skipped a few appointments, you know? Like one day I woke up and I just spent the entire day playing Dark Souls and jerking off, but I went the next week. It was fine.
Like that, but... And as much as I know that through this I've broke your guys' trust, I don't expect daffodils and rainbows after this. I want it to be raw. I want you guys...
Why the fuck is he celebrating Thanksgiving? I'm sorry, I just pieced that together. Does he live in LA? The Irish can have turkey? I thought he lived in Ireland because he said he was in Ireland revisiting Craig. But I guess if he lives in America, that's fine. The American delegation will allow it.
To build up trust in me over time, and
the Irish can in fact enjoy turkey.
Videos that I'm proud of, and I want to be able to be better, and that's why I wanted to say. So thank you all so much for watching. There may be bits and pieces that I missed.
This is the interesting part.
Over the last even few years that I just haven't put the love and attention into it than, you know, what I want. I want it to be like a portfolio of the cool things that I've done, and I want to rekindle myself.
Well, let's take a look at the portfolio of the cool things that Mini Lad is currently up to, because Mini Lad is still actually out here in this bitch uploading. It is a stark difference to what the channel was before. You know, 100,000 here and there, live streaming. Looks like he also got fit. He came back 3 months ago.
Here's the thing. As you guys may have noticed,
he got ripped. I wonder if he has a dog.
Been gone for a while. My life decided to take a little bit of a twist. Last December, as you guys know, I put up my apology. I went silent. I went dark on everything. I didn't have Twitter. I didn't have Instagram. I deleted everything off my phone. I just wanted to focus on me. Because for me, I'm aware that everything in my life that's happened up to this moment is my fault. So I knew that if I was gonna work on me, and if I wanted to come back to this, I wanted to come back to entertaining, I wanted to come back to everything, I knew I needed to work on me, right? I lost friends over this. I lost fans over this. Last September, I moved to Texas. I went back to Northern Ireland for a few weeks, then came back, and then I moved to Dallas.
Why does he have a southern accent? His accent completely changed. That's crazy. It took this man like 8 months.
Bunch of friends out here that were like, we realize you're going through some stuff, let me help you. But there's a bunch of people here who are just like willing to let me talk and help me get through my stuff. And you know, I've maintained therapy every week. Shout out Brenna, by the way. Brenna, my therapist.
Miss a few weeks here and there. Thanksgiving, you know, sometimes you have to do holidays. There was you know, St. Patty's Day. Yeah, he's still uploading, you know, this is still a successful YouTube channel. Like, this is as big as, like, Atriox's YouTube channel, so it probably still makes a shit ton. But certainly a fall from grace from getting 1 million views every video. And unlikely that he will achieve that. But if you already have millions of dollars and you spent 8 months off because you have the freedom to do so because you've made so much money, and in that time you got super ripped and were able to just have access to like the top of the line mental health facilities, and then you go back to making like millions of dollars a year, as admittedly less millions of dollars a year, like, is that really an L? Like, what really came from that? I mean, that's just what I see. And again, I'm not saying like, oh, you should fucking kill yourself, because that's what he says. I more so mean that it just it doesn't. Not much comes from it. Not much comes from it, I feel like, you know? It's a whole lot of hoopla. I wonder, do you think EDP will come back? Or did he delete his channel? Is he off YouTube? Is his YouTube channel gone? Did YouTube delete it or did he delete it? Because there's a difference. He deleted his own channel. He deleted his channel after trying to meet up with a 13-year-old in a sting operation. Yeah, then I imagine... I mean, I guess he could just upload it again. Wait, YouTube deleted it? I'm getting mixed messages. That's the only real successful cancellation of anyone. Is if their channel gets deleted by a platform. If they get deplatformed. Which, isn't it weird?
Hey everyone, it's been a long time since I've talked.
Of all the people we've watched today, the only people... or the only person who was like genuinely canceled was Gideon. Like, nobody else had any real consequences. David Dobrik, Gus Johnson, like, they can still upload. They're still fine. Gideon just lost the ability to stream at all. He isn't canceled the fuck? No, I know he's bigger than ever on YouTube. But he got banned off of Twitch permanently, which is the only way to actually deplatform someone is if the platform itself does it. Free him? No, I think he's fine. Honestly, even if he did get unbanned, my advice to Gideon would be not to stream. I think he's way more successful as a YouTuber. Or stream on YouTube will probably get more viewers anyway. Shane Dawson. Yeah, I pulled up Zeros because a bunch of people have been mentioning Zero, who is back to posting YouTube videos and is about as successful as he was before. Perhaps a little less successful. I guess before he was getting like 500,000 views, a little under like around 500,000, and now he gets like 250,000. Zero. But I'm more so trying to look at people who did something, apologized, and then what they're doing now. And I think Zero didn't apologize, and he's in like a lawsuit, right? Who the fuck is Oni-san? He apologized, but he took it back. All I know from the Zero thing is the messages where he asked a girl who I think was a minor to put an ice cube in her pussy. And I think he worded it like that. And then he apologized and he's like, I shouldn't have done that. And apparently he's taken that back. Which is, like, gotta be the first time someone said that sentence to someone. Maybe not. Maybe it's a common thing. Tobuscus. I feel like this Tobuscus Onisan, this is OG YouTube stuff that went over my head completely. Tobuscus abused and sexually assaulted significant others, abused drugs. Well, that's cool. And then cheated on partners. Oh, what a quick apology video. This is literally 6 years ago. I love an intro for an apology video. I actually fucking love that idea. Boys! Ooh, fucky wucky.
Hello once again, audience.
Oh, it's fake.
A few years ago.
Oh, it's not fake.
Hello once again, audience. A few years ago. Has just made some...
What? How did it... That seemed dubbed.
Extremely.
This is what it's like when I watch the dub of the movie Belle.
Hello once again, audience. A few years ago.
That is dubbed, right?
Made some...
This is a meme video.
Extremely serious, false accusations about me.
Intro darkness. Okay, yeah, all right. It's a fake video. It's a fucking... It's a meme video.
A person I dated a few years ago has just made some extremely serious, false accusations about me. And I want to be crystal clear. I've never done anything without her consent. I've never tried to trick her into anything. I read her Tumblr post and I was shocked and I was hurt. These allegations are absolutely false.
They were fake. I don't know any of this.
I want to talk about Me Too.
Why are your videos so quiet?
I was told not to ever say anything, but the Me Too movement is important because it gave women the confidence to speak out and use their voice. But it's important, I think, for men to be able to do the same. And so I decided it was time for me to use my own, even though everyone...
So, okay, there was a girlfriend that he had that made claims about him, and then they were false accusations. And then he...
I can't even believe this. Oh my gosh. Hey audience, I just got this email. A lot of you guys already seen it. I just want to read it. It just feels like a hug from YouTube, like a long overdue hug. It just makes you feel like happy for the world again, you know? Especially like now, in a time we need this, this feeling.
Did he get the email but the NFTs?
But I'm just gonna read it. We listened. You're like, what? But it's already beautiful. For over a decade, YouTube has been a place where creators could cultivate their talent, develop their voice, and with the help of their fan base, make a career out of creating art. That's beautiful. It may be easy to take this for granted now, but when we look back on humanity, there are few achievements that have enabled the length of just when you exist with f***ing truth, huh? April Fool's to that. Yeah?
Oh, it's April Fool's. This is the last thing he posted.
How do you feel?
I don't feel very good.
So that means that I basically don't have a bedtime tonight, so if I just stay up all night, what are you going to do about it?
You don't have a bedtime?
I don't think you're going to be able to get up and do anything about it if I decide to stay up all night and do whatever I want.
A bitch ass.
That's a crazy video to upload on a YouTube channel. Wholesome, though. It feels like absolutely his life was rocked by what chat's calling the false allegations. But his content seems like it sucks. And I think that's the bigger thing. But maybe that's because he lost opportunities along the way. Arcadum? Bro, Arcadum's fucked. Does he still stream? He does. He's like a second channel. I mean, all of his content was based around doing D&D with large groups of people, and I think he just lost the trust of any person that would ever do D&D with him, you know? That's just another example of someone whose content relies around working with people, and then if you burn all those bridges, like, I don't know what you expect to happen at that point. You know what? I don't really feel like there's that much more. Tana Mongu. This is now.
By doing an LA holiday show. So if you are in the Los Angeles area.
I mean, killing it. Almost 1 million views. Can't be mad at that. Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson got in trouble for a lot of the old shit he did, right? He did blackface, like actually blackface, not like Jenna Marbles blackface. And then he also made weird sexual jokes towards Will Smith's daughter, Willow Smith, when she was a teen and he was an adult. And maybe or maybe didn't fuck a cat. But now it seems like he's just back and chilling. He has 20 million subscribers. And his last 3 videos got 3.7, 3.6, 6.4 million views. I mean, it's a far cry from the 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, 50 million. I remember being in my first year in LA and his like Jake Paul series was like a must watch. Like that shit would drop and it was like a must watch. Even though it was kind of a whole nothing burger. Except for the end of it, the last one. Pretty much every video was a nothing burger. Yeah, that shit was 3 years ago. But I don't know, man. Seems like he's doing well.
Hi. If you've been watching me for a while...
You son of a bitch.
Hi.
Yeah, who actually... Let's take a look. Who actually got boomed? Pyrotechnical? Isn't that a thing? Oh, no, pyrocynical.
TikTok.
Wait, yeah, I saw. What happened to him? I saw this video. I clicked on this video because I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then it was a 7-hour, 40-minute video. And I was like, no, I'm good. But it has almost... Dude, I wonder how much money this video made. I wonder how... This video might have made fucking... like $500,000. This video might have made $1 million. 8 million views almost on a 7-hour 40-minute video. It might have been claimed instantly. That would be a shame. Why I left?
Hola. It's been about 3 months since any kind of upload on this channel. A lot of you are probably wondering where I've been. I didn't
Is
get
this it?
burnout. I wasn't in a dark place. The reason for my...
I am a moron. I'm admitting. Oh shit. Oh Jesus.
About 3
Is it
years...
under Pyro Live? Whatever it was, I don't think it fruited to anything. Oh, my response. Surely it's this. I would have the same exact title and thumbnail, except it would be a Reddit recap, and I'd be responding to, like, Exter calling me out. That's my clickbait. That's what I'm about.
I'm going to use this video to address the allegations made against me. Recently, to those who are unaware, I've been accused of grooming a 15-year-old boy when I was 19. That I'm some kind of predator and was aware of his age all along. This is categorically untrue and a complete lie. The supposed proof for these insane allegations is paper thin and embarrassingly wrong. I originally made a response on my subreddit, and I truly believe the evidence I provided was enough. And for a time it was. But a few days ago, a poorly written Google Doc has surfaced claiming that I have lied in my response and I'm 100% guilty. I just want to be clear, I have never lied at any point.
Where's his accent from?
Document is disingenuous, manipulative, and it fails to include so much of my original statement, bringing new information to light, but also making
Oh, I know it's UK, I mean where?
That I already proven to be untrue in my first statement. It's managed to fool so many people. Like, I see video after video of people now saying that I'm a liar.
There's a difference in accents between North London and South London, guys.
Could have actually been lying in his response here. They already kind of have this notion that he did it and he's not responding, so it looks pretty guilty on his part to a lot of people too.
Now this is the main part of the Google Doc that really set me off. I believe this piece of evidence is enough to say Pyro is in the wrong.
Whether Pyro does respond to everything or just pulls a mini lad and ignores it for as long as he can is still up in the air.
This document makes like...
That is interesting. It's like, if you immediately respond, you probably, like, oh God. I already have my apology mapped out. I got my apology mapped out because I feel like no matter what, people are going to be mad if you're silent for too long or if you make an immediate apology. I'm throwing on my aliens hat. I'm going to pre-record it. For what? Nothing yet. But I'm pre-recording it. I'm going to make like 3 different ones. I'm going to make one where I cry. I'm just going to have them. What did you do? If there's one thing you should have learned from this stream, it's that although most of these streamers have totally successful careers, every single one of them has zero morals or ethics that you should follow as a human, and they're not role models. No, regardless of where they stand now. And I am also one of those people. Mad Lib's apology. Mad Lib's apology. That's actually a fire idea. Mad Lib's YouTuber apology, and you fill in the words. Give me an animal. Give me an animal name. What's up, Mittens? My pet liger.
Insane assumptions based on limited and broken evidence. It's not hard to dismantle it. It's just annoying that I have to be the one to do it. For those who haven't read the entirety of my original response,
it'd be weird if
let me
someone
give a
else
little
did it for
background.
you.
When I was 19 and 20, I liked to take part in this degenerate furry roleplay with pretty much anyone that would reciprocate. And look...
So he's a furry. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. That's okay.
Looking back on it now, the word cringe, that doesn't near do enough justice to how sad this all was. These conversations never led to any nudes being exchanged. It was just purely fantasy garbage, something which Ivory himself confirms.
Did he ever ask you for nudes?
No.
No.
What these people look like, their gender, these weren't variables. Like, I could have been doing this with a 90-year-old cave troll and it wouldn't have made a difference. It was roleplay after all. You're just pretending. Now, it turns out my accuser, Ivory, one of the people that I've had these conversations with, was 15. That is 3 to 4 years younger than I was. It was entirely my responsibility to verify his age before having these conversations. And the fact that I didn't, that is so incredibly negligent of me to do so. I may have been young myself, but still old enough to know better. But let me be very clear. I had absolutely no idea that he was 15. I absolutely did not lie in my original Reddit post, and I would like to emphasize that. Ivory himself did not disclose to me directly that he was 15.
This is hard to take serious. It's just hard to take serious that... What are the allegations? Well, I was doing furry roleplay. And me and this one guy got real hot. We were talking about wolf cock, some flamingo ass, getting real raunchy.
And the evidence itself supports this too. Up until September this year, I'd be perfectly cool with him. We were still speaking and still on very good terms. However, for one reason or another, he felt the need to come out about these allegations. To expose that I'm a sexual predator, I took advantage of him, and I knew his age all along. This is all untrue, and I am amazed how out of proportion this is all blown up. Several of our conversations were leaked online by Ivory. Here's one of the more damning ones.
I'd love for my Sona to be... licking at his fat, sweaty ass while rubbing his belly from behind, and then just having him gas all over my Sona's face. That would be so nice. Or if mine was just underneath him,
Holy
getting
shit.
railed underneath his huge belly, and your Sona could be gassing non-stop as he fucks mine like... Huh?
Oh, dude. This is what happens if you play Super Auto Pets too long.
Well, to be honest, I'd pick you up, hug you while... Well, to be honest, I'd pick you up, hug you while rubbing you against my huge, sweaty moobs, then kiss your cheeks, telling you how much I loved you, and then kiss you on the lips and let out a hard, long belch into your mouth.
Oh.
Come on.
Wow. You know what? I think I'm good on this one, fellas. I think I'm good in this one. It's just the writing for me. It's, as an English major, I appreciate people who put more effort into their writing. Only 4 minutes in? Yeah. Yep, and sometimes you got to tap out. Sometimes you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them type beat. You know what I mean, fellas? The creative vision wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. It's the creative vision. It's lacking. It's not honest, you know? It gets better. I don't think that's the right way you are using those words. Okay. Finally, we'll end this with the only true canceled person. Jenna Marbles was self-canceled. Everybody else here either had their creators get better, stay the same, or maybe go worse, but they're still millionaires making millions of dollars. The only true canceled person, Leafy. Leafy is here. We all remember it. It was like a year ago.
If you've been on Twitter within the last 12 hours, you've already heard the massive news. Leafy is here, is banned from YouTube. If Jesus Christ resurrected today, that would only be a side story. Second place behind Leafy is here's termination. The response to the news has been split. There's a lot of people celebrating it as if their favorite football team just won the Super Bowl. And then there's people absolutely in fucking ruins, burning down their local high schools, refusing to eat, hunger strikes. I'm sure someone's going to set themselves on fire like that monk a long time ago in protest.
They went on to invest into Ice Poseidon's cryptocurrency.
Shit has been absolutely wild. So let's peel apart these ass cheeks here and really dive in. So, in a nutshell,
he talks like pyrocynical writes.
He was banned for bullying and targeted harassment. I think that's what they got him with. I think that's what they slapped him around with. I'm not entirely sure, but from everything I've read, that's what the charges against him were in the court of YouTube. So first of all, I don't think any content creators should be celebrating Leafy's channel termination, even if...
I don't consider EDP getting canceled. He just fucking committed a crime. Like, he's a verifiable pedophile who committed an actual crime, which isn't the same as, like, getting canceled for, like, harassment. Because I don't think anything Leafy did was specifically illegal. I mean, maybe he did some illegal shit, but like the shit with Pokey wasn't like specifically illegal. Like Pokey can't call the cops and be like, what did he do? And then be like, well, check out these videos. And then have the cops sit there and be like, Pokemon, and it's Leafy's like 8-minute video surfing. And the cops be like, I don't know what you think my job is, but I cannot do this.
If you absolutely hate Leafy, hate everything about him, have wet dreams where he's being sent away to jail for life in an isolation chamber,
Canceling is when you get shut down by a court of public opinion. EDP will be in jail from a court. I guess that's what I mean.
Still shouldn't be happy that he got banned this way, because to my understanding, he had 0 strikes on his count before it was completely just fucking eradicated from existence. And if it can happen to a 5 million subscriber channel, it can happen to any channel. Happened overnight, like the fucking Tooth Fairy came in out of nowhere and just snatched his soul, his YouTube soul away, and had no priors. That should be scary to anyone that makes content on the internet, I would say. But I do disagree that this sets a precedent. I would argue this precedent got set a year ago, with Gokanaru's video on H3H3 getting taken down for the same reason Leafy just lost his channel: targeted harassment, bullying, threats. And then it happened again with Ian's content cop on Leafy: targeted harassment, bullying, threats, taken down. Neither of those got reinstated. Those stayed down. I would say that's when the precedent was set. YouTube showed that it's kind of Weenie Hut Jr. when it comes to anything it views as a potential targeted harassment campaign or threat against the creator.
They kind of backed down on that, right? I feel like I haven't seen YouTube take down videos for targeted harassment in a while.
Now, to be fair, I understand this is a bit of a special case with Leafy in particular, because he
PewDiePie,
made
Coco
12
Melon, true,
fucking
yeah.
videos milking Pokemon.
Which was, I feel like,
I don't
dumb.
mean like actually like grabbing on her nipples and like milking her, lactating. I mean, he milked this fucking controversy that he started on Pokemon.
That's what I was
He had
thinking, Charlie.
12
Thanks for the
videos
clarification.
Insulting Pokemon in the title, laughing at her in the title, using degrading thumbnails to insult her. And I understand the content of all 12 of those videos wasn't solely focused on Pokemon. They were mainly like financial rants and shit like that. But still, having 12 videos all insulting Pokemon in the title and thumbnail, that's viewed as harassment by YouTube. And to be fair, that's literally textbook harassment. Of his last 15 videos, 12 of them were on Pokemon. Only 3 videos that I can remember, I can't double check, but I think I remember it was only 3 videos in 2 months weren't talking shit on Pokemon in the title and thumbnail. So I think it's pretty obvious why YouTube viewed that as a harassment campaign. But what's surprising to me...
Do you think Pokemon is the most famous streamer? Like, known by the most people? Maybe it's still Ninja. Yeah, it's probably still Ninja. But she's like number 2, and I think there's a gap. I think there's a huge gap. Like, I don't think XQC is close. XQC's not, he doesn't, like, Normie's, no fucking Normie knows about XQC. Like, I feel like if you ask, like, the average, like, I don't know, 40-year-old even. There's, like, a good chance they know Ninja Pokey, but they don't know who, XQC is.
Me and probably everyone else is the fact that they didn't issue just one strike for this whole ordeal, the whole Pokemon thing. They issued individual strikes for each offense. And even if they only used half of his Pokemon videos, that's still 6 strikes all at once.
True.
If they used a third, that's 4 strikes.
Good math.
If they used a fourth, that's 3 strikes. All
Killing
of them
it.
terminate his account. And that's pretty fucking wild. He went so far above and beyond the norm when it comes to milking internet drama that he made it impossible for himself to survive this new harassment policy they implemented. Now, do I think he's going to get his YouTube account back? I really have no idea. It's impossible to know for sure, but one thing I can say for sure
The answer
is
is
a lot
no.
of these commentary channels
So
and
far.
just general audience are pretty fucking stupid. There's a lot of people accusing Pokemon and Ethan of getting Leafy's channel taken down. Ethan because he had a recent animation in one of Leafy's videos where Ethan's wife kills herself by jumping off a cliff or something, which again falls into that category of the threats thing that YouTube doesn't like that they got Gokanaru for. But I can tell you right now, Pokimane and Ethan had absolutely no fucking hand in that whatsoever. Now, I'm not their lawyer or anything, I'm not going to be like their Saul Goodman or anything, but I can say with a high level of certainty that there is not a single YouTube creator, not T-Series, not PewDiePie, that can go to YouTube and tell them how to enforce rules on their platform. They don't take any of that seriously. There is nobody that can go to YouTube and say, I want action taken against this and that, and YouTube would listen. That just doesn't happen. And I can say that with confidence.
Hold up, Tim made this. But you have to look up Pokimane as a Moroccan-Canadian internet influencer. Okay, PewDiePie fucking smashes all these clowns. We have to remove him. The peaks of Ninja. Ninja way, way bigger. But Poki's bigger now. XQC has never in the history of his career ever been larger than Pokimane. Although he did just pass Ninja. Let's throw in Ibai. First of all, let's make it worldwide, actually. Let's make this bitch worldwide. All it does is make Poki bigger and Ninja smaller. Now let's throw in Ibai. Ooh. He had a moment there where he was bigger than everybody, but it seems like Poki is still generally bigger than Ibai. All right, hey, let's throw him in. Let's throw him in the ring. Hey, had a minute there. Ooh, sheesh. Sheesh. Had him. Hey, well, that minute, though. God damn. Shit. Is that me? Fuck. Is that me right there? Fuck. At the bottom? Damn, Ninja's bigger than me? Fucking hell, dude. God damn. God damn, bro. I'm peaking. The subathon? For a brief moment during the subathon, I was bigger than XQC, Pokimane, Ninja, and Ibai. And then the subathon ended. What was this? What happened in December? Oh, I switched. The day I switched to YouTube, I was also bigger than everyone, except for fucking Ibai, that son of a bitch. Dr. Disrespect. There's no way Dr. Disrespect. Oh, maybe him getting banned. He's now the purple line. Maybe when he got banned. Oh, look at that. When he got banned, that was the biggest thing that any of these creators have ever done. It was bigger than Ninja playing with Drake in terms of awareness, because that was April. That was 98. Wow. It was the biggest news of any of these people. Let's switch out Ibai, throw in Tyler 1. Lamau. Not even close. Dream was taken. Dream YouTuber. Whoa! Is that the cheating scandal? Wow, that dwarfs Dr. Disrespect. Oh, but is it also just including the word dream? Because, like, why is he big in 2005? I hit dream YouTuber. It doesn't make sense. That's confusing, right? It's kind of weird. Let's switch it for Tommy in it. Hey, sheesh. Sheesh. Techno. Sheesh. Technoblade. Oh, wait. Why am I sheeshing? He's all the way down there. Never mind. Mizkiff? Yeah, not there yet. He's not there yet. Oh, I'll come up in a bit. I'm about done. No, it's all right. Thank you. All right. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Yeah, Pokey absolutely crushing. What? Ludwigshafen. They're getting rolled by Ludwigshafen, the city in Germany. Get fucking crushed, you clowns. Doesn't matter what Ludwig is on top, there's always a Ludwig on top. Don't forget about it, bitches. Don't forget about it. All right, let's swap out Ninja for Mr. Bean. Actually, let's swap out Miz. Mr. Beast. Mr. B6. Yeah, not really a surprise. This is probably when Squid Game came out. Not really a surprise there. Mr. Beast, kind of that bitch. Who's like a normie celebrity? Zendaya. Okay, doesn't really compare. I guess Spider-Man came out. That's unfair. What about like Adam Sandler, who hasn't done shit, but it exists and is famous? Mr. Beast is as famous this past year as Adam Sandler is without doing anything. What the fuck did Adam Sandler do last week? Why is he number 100 here? All right, now let's throw in an old one, Ludwig von Beethoven. Interesting. Ludwig von... This is really... Beethoven, Adam Sandler, and Mr. Beast are all the same level of fame in the past year. At least in terms of Google search. Hassan Piker. Hassan is a Humegalol. He's down there with me, bro. Ain't nobody give a fuck about me or Hassan. His house drama was about as impactful as my subathon. Don't tell me. Okay, thank God. Thank God. All right, you want to see the chart go burr? Want me to do it again? There's levels to this shit, fellas. There's levels. I don't think Tom Brady cracks this. Yeah, look at that. Tom Brady don't crack that, bro. He won the Super Bowl and he also retired. Doesn't hold a candle to Messi going to PSG. There's nothing. There's literally no thing. There's no single human who will pass Messi in the past year. Not one. You can try 1,000. You can try The Rock. You can try Tom Holland. Doesn't fucking matter. Nobody is passing Messi. Ronaldo, sure, not passing him. BTS, not even close. Although they are, on average, way more popular. Kim K, dude, it's not close. You guys keep trying to make it happen. It's not. Nobody holds a candle to my boy Lionel Messi. Not even Joe Biden. You know what might pass him? Nah. Not even on Easter Sunday, bro. Church. Porn. Get fucking rolled. There we go, baby. Just know, No matter how big the creator you like is, they'll never be bigger than porn. Who runs the world? Porn. Porn. All right, fellas. I am wrapping up this stream. I'm ending this stream. It's time to end the stream and go off our separate ways. That was a fun ending. Sap Time. Sap Time is actually going to be uploaded on the second VOD channel right after this stream. But I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to go eat some food. I'm going to chill. I might play some more Sap tonight. I do have a really fun YouTube video for you guys to watch that I know none of you seen because I recorded it offline. It's about the Gilva Sunner situation, if you guys don't know about that. It's worth a watch. It's a pretty short video. And I also have a special announcement at the end that some of you guys might know, but I might need your help for. So I'm going to link you guys that video. I promise you haven't seen it. It also contains some clips from a Reddit recap. You might have seen that, but at least the first few minutes you will not have seen.